Why did the blind man fall into the well?
I don't know.
Because he couldn't see the fucking well.
Have you heard that Hezbollah are planning a retaliation on
that
Israel?
That little bloke?
No. Yeah, they're working out how to put explosives in pennies. Oi, mate!
Good evening, Internet.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Doghouse, the podcast that thinks BBW is the dumbest acronym ever. Fat is already 3 letters.
Bring the fuck. Are you going to insult everyone tonight?
You said you wanted fat jokes back. We haven't heard a good chink joke. Yeah, chink joke. When was the last time you heard a good chink joke?
All right, the merch is on the website. If you buy it, we love you. If you don't, we love you. There are beanies. The flags have nearly gone, and I'm not reordering again this year. So there are 3 left.
Yeah.
I would say. Order them or don't.
There you go. That's it. Do what you want. You're your own man. Make your own decisions in life.
Or woman.
Yeah. Patreon.
No, I haven't finished
yet.
haven't
You? Oh, fuck it. You stopped.
Well, I was waiting for you to shut.
I thought we were having a ceasefire.
It's not funny. Yeah, stickers by the stickers. There's a few of the new style trucker mesh backs in. As soon as they're gone, I'm going to reorder some really, really fucking cool ones, Reg.
Oh, what you ordering?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Well,
and
I get no insight as to what we're doing. Great. The best part is whatever you order will sell really well. You'll just be like, yeah, we'll do that. And it will just disappear.
I know what the people want.
Yeah.
And that is a half price sale on whatever remaining hoodie stock we have.
No.
Half price.
As of today?
As of now.
Fucking hell. How long are you doing it for?
Until they're gone.
Oh, right. Well, there you go.
They're gone. They need to go because we need to make room for something else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Some things else.
Some things else.
Many things else.
New t-shirt design will be out very shortly, along with some
things.
Some very, very good things.
Yeah. In that same
stuff.
vein. Patrons, now's the time. Now is the time. We love you very much. If you're not a Patreon, become one now because the Patreon t-shirt design is being dropped first, is it not, Marlon?
Oh, of course it is.
It is, and it's a banging design. We've literally just been mocking it up on some t-shirts. Samples should be here by the time you're listening to this, and it'll be there with you
Huge,
on the website
beautiful.
Very shortly. Yeah, they're really good. We are making nothing, basically nothing on them. This is our little gift to you as
Double-sided print.
Double-sided print. Yeah, they're going to look the boys. We're just sorting out what style of t-shirts we want them on, but they're going to look fucking banging. So, they'll be Patreon only, and don't worry, you'll be the first to be made aware. Obviously, the only guys that will be made aware when they're available. They'll be on the website behind the Patreon wall. Oh, yes. So, yeah.
I built the wall.
So now's the time, guys. If you want to join the Patreon, you can join for as little as a couple of quid a month, all the way up to £6. And if you join the £6 one, not only do you get the Patreon merch, but you also get access to the Discord. You also get chucked in the Pit Viper giveaway, which we haven't actually done yet. We are going to do it this week. Don't worry, we haven't
that's
forgot.
my fault.
Yeah, Marlon disappeared the weekend. But you also get 10% off the merch. You can get 10% off the Patreon merch.
10.69%. So that means we're actually losing on the new t-shirts.
I was just about to say, so you can actually fuck the system of the Doghouse and make us lose money by getting 10% off the Patreon only t-shirts that we're already making nothing on. So
we are fantastic businessmen.
We are
anybody would be lucky to have us.
Business things is what we do, Marlon.
Yeah, 2 Zs.
This is quite literally just a thing that we're doing for you. Yeah, and no one else, because we really do appreciate your continued support. It keeps the lights on and it means the world. Yeah, so you can join the Patreon. The link's in the episode description. It is also in the bio. Just click on it. Do that. Join the Discord. It's carnage. Tranny Porn's back. What else made a bit of a comeback this week on the Discord?
No comment.
What was I looking at earlier? That was I saw a lot of live leak stuff, which was good. A lot of fucked up hands. You see that guy in the scrapyard in China? Yeah, he fell into a cuber. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't want to see that one, Keith. I didn't want to.
Not looking good, bro.
I had to watch it because you just have to watch everything that's on there. But what the fuck's this? Oh yeah, it's yeah. I love the who was it?
Is that vintage porn on it?
Somebody put SO George put up a picture of some fairly Latina-looking bird with the biggest big titties.
Oh, hang on, Buffalo Bill's typing, something funny's come in.
Big mummy milkers on there, and Mad Pineapple replied, "This page is for tranny porn only. Thank you. Please respect the community guidelines." So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on there. So you can join the Discord, join the Patreon, gets you into our little crazy Discord.
There
world.
are instructions on the Patreon main page of how to get into the Discord if you are
struggling or whatever.
What do they call it?
Technologically spasticated.
I was going to say technologically impaired.
Yeah, yeah, and it's all good. I'm always on there, fucking chatting absolute bear shit. There's loads of stuff on there. You got the Birkenau boys. Big shout out to those guys. I know they love a shout out. If you're the weight loss guys on there, the Birkenau boys, they keep asking for merch. I keep thinking I can't make those t-shirts. Yeah, I got fucked up shit, porn, gun chat, van chat, gaming chat, car chat, agri chat, tang chat. It's all on there. So, and
there's something for everyone.
There is something for everyone. If you just want to look at the porn and the fucked up shit, that's all you got to do. You ain't got to worry about the rest. So yeah, join the Patreon. We love you long time. Before we get to the show, one massive shout out to Sean the chef.
Buy his biscuits.
Buy his biscuits. We always say that. He doesn't make biscuits.
No. Thank you, Falvey.
Big up to Sean. I've been down there far too many times than my diet should allow. The worst part is that my missus should be keeping that every time I turn up with a box, she's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't. Should we? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Just like a prom night date. We shouldn't. Maybe just a tip. So I'm sorry, Sean. Big up to Sean the chef. If you are looking for the best cakes, the best brookies, brownies, cookie pies, everything. If you can imagine it, he pretty much makes it. My personal favorites is the cookie pies, and I'm a big proponent of the Kinder Bueno one. The mint, the Aero mint brownie is just unreal. That is just you know it's strong when it's got to come in its own plastic wrapper to keep the mint away from everything else. Yeah. If the thing is, it's got an online shop now, which is incredible, and it's a pick your own system. It's not just like, oh, click on that mix box. No. Pick your own. Create what you want. And do you know what it's perfect for? It's perfect if you've got a birthday coming up for your sister or your mum or your sister-in-law or your mother-in-law or anyone. It doesn't have to be a woman, it can be anyone. If you don't know what to get them, I can tell you for a fact that shit.
Perfect.
I bought it for my sister on, I don't know when it was. I think it was her birthday or some bollocks. And I was just like, I don't know what to buy her. So I bought her like 30 quid's worth of Sean. And she was like, it's quite possibly the best Christmas present you've ever bought me, Tom. I was like, that's quite all right. It's great. Big up to Sean the chef. I mean, it depends if you've got a wedding or you got an event, he can cater for that. Imagine a table of small bites from Sean the chef. That's just gonna bang.
I'm honest. I'm so looking forward to my Christmas cheesecake.
Oh, that's it. He does customized cheesecakes. He does brookie slabs. If you've got any sort of event, whether it's a birthday or a wedding or a
baby shower,
congratulations, baby shower.
Congratulations on your new job.
Like I said, if you can drink
Friday,
if you really like, I do whole cookie pies as well, which is deadly. I won't lie. I have very many times thought about getting one of those. Maybe we should get one for our Christmas do around here. just have a great time from Sean. Yeah. So if you can dream it, he's got it. Big up to Sean the chef for sponsoring the show. If you got a sweet tooth like me, you will not be disappointed. There's not one person who has bought stuff from Sean off this advert that has been like, you know what, Reg, it's not all it's cracked up to be. They're like, holy shit.
Give me diabetes.
Yeah. Hey, God, just be careful. Don't want the sugars. Big up to Sean for sponsoring the show. Check him out. Links in the episode description. Links in the bio. Thank you, Sean, for sponsoring the episode. Right. Let's go. Marlon, who we got on tonight?
So, wow. It's a legend in our parts.
Some say...
He used to own the Kudos dance floor. Toucan, Van Damme, welcome back again.
Fuck me with that description. I thought someone famous was going to walk in. I thought, what's going on there? All right, gents, how we doing?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Yourself?
No, I'm right. It's everyone else, isn't it?
Good. Yeah. That's very true, actually. It's been a bit of a week like that, I'm sure. I'll start with you then, man. How's your week been, Keith?
No, it's been all right, thanks. Just normal jogging. Work's been okay. In fact, work's been better than okay. Work's been nice because there's actually been work to do. So,
What the fuck have you just done?
That's a European pint, mate.
Shag, there's
4 inches ahead on the cunt.
You can order that like that. You can order it all foam in Prague if you want.
Why would you? Why?
Because
What's the point of it?
Because I'm not. Because
Any flakes? You bring any flakes?
I'm a man of culture, Marlon. All right, don't interrupt Keith's fucking weekly story.
Sorry, Keith. Right? I couldn't hold it in. That's disgusting.
Such a ticket. So I do anything, and because we haven't got cameras, if I make any small fuck up, Marlon's got to be like, "Oh, listeners, you never guess what Reg has done, the little bitch."
He's made a fudgy with the pint. That's literally half beer, half pint, half head, isn't it?
That's the European style, mate. We're drinking pills in Eurocal, so we got to play big up to our Czech. Big up to our
It is
Czech
fucking
homies.
lovely. It is lovely.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. So it's you've actually managed to get a shift in this week then.
No, yeah, it's been decent, mate.
Last week was a bit on the wet side.
Oh yeah, no, it was absolutely hoofing it down, wasn't it? It's just not. I mean, it's always nice to have a change of scenery, new site, new faces, new work to get on with. It's always good. It's refreshing. But
and being that you work with ground workers, it's new cases as well, I'm sure.
And that as well, yeah. So it's nice just to get in the morning and go, right, what's happening today? You're on that, make it happen, you're doing it. I mean, yesterday, I was like, Shag, it's fucking 5 to 5. We've got to start packing up. Like, what's going on? We're normally out the door at 5 o'clock. Fucking hell, what's this about? So, yeah, no, it's been a good week. Went down to see our good friend Ryan Murphy at the weekend on Saturday. That was really nice. Yeah, thought I'd go down and see the house finally, because not like he didn't give me enough shit for it, because I've been a useless cunt and not been down to his house in the 3-4 months he's lived there. And well, you've been down there, Marlon. You can vouch for it. It is fucking gleaming down there.
Yeah, which is beautiful.
Honestly, I am so impressed with his place. It is a proper fucking lad's pad.
Yeah, I've seen videos of it.
Stripper
There's
pole,
just many a dead animal
LED
and many.
light.
Oh, it's just amazing. You got like deer skins, goat skins, fucking all the skins, foreskins, like guns, knives,
for that back.
Pictures of guns and knives. it's just fucking brilliant, honestly. Like honestly, I'm raving about it because I'm still so fucking like taken back by what I saw down there. I thought this is fucking brilliant. So yeah, fair play, Ryan. Well done, mate. You've done a good, mate. Hard work's obviously paid off. Then we went for a little bimble around the woods and had a look at some wild ponies and had an ice cream in the woods. And then
you made sure not to hit any of them?
No. Tried to ride them. That didn't go too well.
They're very small. Very small New Forest ponies.
But yeah, and then went down to a nice little boozer afterwards and had a couple of beers and something to eat and then came on back. So yeah, I've been up in the loft about fucking 600 times this weekend as well, because apparently I've got the wrong stuff out and got to put the wrong. It's that season in it, we transfer from.
Are you putting the tree up already?
No. Can you go to the loft, please, and get the winter clothes out? It's getting cold.
Winter clothes?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, God,
fucking hell, someone's doing well,
All North Face.
I know.
Fucking get the winter clothes out and put the summer clothes away. Can you get the winter duvet out and put the summer duvet away?
Oh, we did that this week. She put the winter duvet on.
Oh, I've been up and down like a fucking all's drawers, mate. Honestly. No, that's not the right one. Go back up. Honestly, I'm just going to move up.
How many fucking duvets you got in the loft?
Oh, can you get these clothes out? Can you get them clothes out? They're in a bag that's marked this, that, and the other. No, they're fucking not. So I just emptied the whole fucking loft. Search for it. But now I've got to put it all back up again. So yeah, that's been an on-running joke this week. And other than that, not really much else to report back on.
Car right?
Yeah, no, the car's going good, thank you. Yeah, no, it was a little bit smelly the other day, but I think we might be past that.
Smelly?
Well, yeah, I think it's, when you've got a bit of residue burning off.
Oh, yeah. I'm terrible. I can never get the fucking fluid in the hole. I'm like, yeah, burn off when it hits the exhaust manifold.
We're squirting it on like your man on the fucking Encina for pin X and XX. It's all over the place.
ARSEHOLE 3.
But no, the car's running fine, thank you. And I was very surprised. I made it all the way down to Ryan's place and back, which is what, a 4-hour round trip?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Quarter of a tank of fuel?
Not bad.
No, not bad at all.
What does he cost to fill that fucking thing up then? Must be 110?
Well, it was on half a tank before I went, and I filled it up, and that put 65, 70 quid in it to fill it up from half.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. That's more than I
Just
thought.
a heads up, I got one in at work at the minute, and it's absolutely fucked. So if you need any bits...
What, an A6 4.2?
Well, it's an A8 4.2.
Is it an A8L?
No.
If it was an A8L, I'd be like, how much?
Oh, you don't?
I want a Luxo barge. Do you know what? I nearly... Sorry, I'll let you carry on. I'll tell you what I nearly bought the other day. and you'll all hate me.
Yeah, if you need like a spare engine or anything, it's got
sweet.
timing chains on it.
Stick it to one side, mate.
Yeah.
Well, this is the next. I obviously on moving forward from my, I say service, oil change. I'm looking into getting some more bits done to it now. So yeah, we're gonna.
I spoke to your man about that. He said, "Yeah, we'd do that."
The man about the. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Listeners have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spoke to a man about that.
Yeah. He's on board.
Yeah, he said he'd do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Be all right.
Sounds right. We'll drop a message later. Happy days. So that's the next. That's one of the jobs. But yeah, CV.
We still need like a 1.9 TDI badge on the back.
Yeah. Oh well, that got mentioned as well today by one of the viewers.
Can we CB the cunt up as well?
Well, this is it. It's going to go full Mad Max spec, I think.
Oh, God.
We're going to go full Mad Max spec.
Turn it into a technical. Get a fucking 50 on the back.
Roof rack.
Hezbollah, I'm coming for ya!
Yeah. Well, I don't want to spend too much money on it because it is what it is, isn't it? It's a fucking. It's a $3,000 Audi, isn't it? Like, fuck me. What were we going to expect? It's 18-year-olds, but yeah, if we can make it funny, then let's make it fucking funny.
I'll make a custom windscreen cover, and we can rivet that to the A-pillars. Gun turret on the roof.
Have it on rib nuts.
Yeah.
Just drive the car.
Gun mount on the back. We'll have to ask Mr. Will about
I'm not
that.
being fucking funny. The way the world's going at the moment, we might have to. We might have to. But anyway, we won't worry about that. Reg, what about your week?
My week hasn't been too bad. I was just saying I nearly bought a car this week.
Please don't tell me.
You will never guess. You will never guess because I've never thought I'd even think about buying one until I drove past one and thought,
Lada Neva.
no.
Honda Civic.
Mark II GTI Golf.
Ugh.
Yes,
In
Breath.
white, lowered on like, was it like Borbet Bs or something? Like gunmetal grey ones. And I tooed and I saw it there and just had a price in the window and I was like, I mean, if that's straight underneath, I mean, it's lowered, so yeah. But I was like, if that's all right, I just put the old 13-inch BBSs on it like it would have on from factory and, put the proper springs back on it and take the shitty exhaust off it. I was like, oh, and I had a little look round it and I was like, it was straight enough. I was like, the money, I'm going to have to throw another fucking $1.5 at this to get it back to somewhere looking smart, like standard. And I was like, I don't want it that much. If I was like, oh yeah, I'll just have it as is, be a fair car. I mean, I hadn't put it over a Ram, but I didn't even look up the MOT history on it. But the fact that it was kind of parked on the side of the road for sale kind of made me think probably not had the easiest of lives.
No.
And I really thought about it. Probably about a good 4 or 5 days. I was like, that'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? And I was like, no, you're not 21 anymore, Reg. Right? You're a fucking idiot. You haven't got the space to steal. You got fucking Range Rover parked up in bits. It's not doing fuck all. You don't need another toy. But yeah, no, I've had a bit of an eventful week. I burnt myself quite badly. I don't know if you've seen.
I did see
notice,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
Now that was what I thought was merely a flash burn. You know when you burn yourself like, oh cunt. Yep. And then you just move on with your day and you get a bit of heat next week. You're like, oh, that hurts.
That's like the same thing you get when you go on the camps.
Anyway, so Jesus.
I wonder why it looked a bit funny. It's branding.
Fuck me. I tell you what, I always forget how much burns hurt healing. Oh my God.
It takes ages, doesn't it?
It's not only that, it's like whenever I've got it like below my sort of heart line, the throbbing. Oh, it's still
fucking horrible.
It feels like it's one of those things that, when something feels like it's infected because it feels like the skin and everything's just stretching
so tight
and throbbing. But I must check it 10 times a day. But any red lines off of that fucking thing? Nah, nothing's getting through that immune system.
You're immune to fucking blood poisoning.
I think I am, honestly. I'm immune to anything that gets in. I'm like, wow, you deserve it because whatever,
Get me out!
whatever little fucking Mossad secret agent of a fucking virus that is, you deserve it to get through my lines of defense because Jesus. But yeah, man, that fucking hurts. It's not even big. What is that?
How did you even do it?
I just touched myself with a deodorant iron. It's deodorant calf. And it was very, very small horns. And he had quite a lot of hair on top of his head. And he just kind of twitched a little bit. And because they were so small and so shallow, the iron didn't have anything to sort of grip onto. And as he twitched, it just slipped because I hadn't really burnt through the hair at that point. And I just ran it up the side of my hand. And I was like, oh, fuck it. And then just thought that was it. That was literally, I thought,
yeah.
cunt, that's going to hurt.
And then the burn kicks in.
And then like a day later, I'm looking at it and it was like nothing. It was just like singed hair. And
I got leprosy.
and a little red mark, and then the skin starts falling off, and then it all goes red. It was like on the full burn was down to like the other side, one side of my wrist to the other, and then it was just it's gross.
His hand looks like he's got a fucking mixing.
The wife was just like, "What have you done?" I was like, "I just burnt myself." She's like, "It didn't look like that yesterday." I was like, "Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Actually, I was put some purple sprout it and cracked on with my day." But yeah, that sucked. So that fucking hurts. Then I hurt the end of my. Oh, you see that? And then another thing that obscenely hurts more than you think is that on the end of my middle finger, right? That hurts. You know, yeah. How much does that hurt? Why?
You knock it. And
My god! Every time I was only sick, right? Because I've been driving a fucking Defender, and I was palming the wheel round. I was palming the wheel round, and my middle finger hit the window. I nearly was sick. I nearly had to pull over. It hurt so much. I was like, it is a what's that? 3 mil, if that, cut on the very tip of my big finger. My big finger, my middle finger. Wife's not had a fucking look in, mate. I'm just trying to get that nickel.
You're not ambidextrous.
I'm just trying to get that nickel at the payphone. You'll get that nickel. Yeah. So that sucks. But on the subject of injuries and whatnot, so about 2 weeks ago, this wasn't really ever going to be a story that I was going to share, but it has become a story that I'm going to share. I've got a friend. I won't say who, but I've got a mate that's been diagnosed with cancer in the last couple of weeks. And he's luckily looking like he's going to come out the other side of it all right. But he said to me when I saw him the other day, he said, Reg, he said, I took out, I think it was like a month, maybe even a couple of weeks before he got it, just by chance. He said, I took out critical health cover. And you know what? If there's something you need, it's that, because that has paid dividends. He's had a 6-figure check from them because he's obviously it was stage 2. He's looking like he's doing all right now, thank God. But he's obviously, because he had critical health cover, he's had a lump sum payout. And he was like, do you know what, Reg? You need that. You really need that, especially with your job, mate. And I was like, do you know what? That's a good...
And you eat rat poison.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they ever listen to this show, it's going to be like 800 quid a month.
Get it now while you're still young as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it only goes up. So I thought, fuck it. I went online, put it in, and I put in my details, and then it was like, oh, someone will be in touch. I was like, cool, whatever. Like, you know what these fuckers are like. You try and get a call back from a helpline, you'll not have anything. You want to buy something. That fucker was on the phone at 9 o'clock the next morning. Yeah. I was like, hi, all right, it's, fuck it, I'm going to call him out. Connor from Protect Line, you can go fuck yourself, all right, you dickhead. Right? It's Connor here from Protect Line. I was like, all right, mate, yeah. So, yeah, I said... I'm just calling about you've done some things on the internet, and I'm calling about your...
now we have all your details.
Yeah, we're going to data brokers.
I wanted to see your funny penis.
Yeah, here you are, run a podcast. Anyway, so I was like, he said, I want to talk to you about your critical health cover that you're interested in. I said, yeah. I said, tell you what, Connor, I said, I'm going to make this real fucking easy for you because I'm a busy man. I got a lot to do today and I don't have time to talk to you for half an hour like I'm sure you want to. I said, look.
And he's like, fuck this cunt.
Yeah, no, I was just like, look, I'm going to give you all my details. I gave him all my details. And then I said, and he started on with so, have you got, have you got a mortgage? And I was like, I can tell you everything I've got, mate. We're not going to go through this whole
mortgage, flat feet, funny dick.
Or they do this whole at some point in the future, would you like to buy a Ferrari? or at some point, you've got to think about the future. You must think about the future. Children, and don't want to leave the wife destitute on the street begging for pennies. I was like, of course, you fuck. No, I was like, look, this is what I want, right? I said, my half of the mortgage is X at the moment, okay? So what I want is I want it on a decreasing scale with the mortgage. That's all I want. Just like a fucking...
normal life insurance cover.
Just like a life insurance, all right? That's all I need. But if I get cancer or something fucking critical, I just want my missus, if anything happens to me detrimental, I want that my wife has not got a cover in my ass. That's all I want. And I want it on a sliding scale with my
God
mortgage.
Knows she's been doing that for fucking 10 years.
This is how much I want to pay. This is how much I got on my mortgage. This is what I'm making payments on. This is my APR. So you can work out exactly what I'm paying and how it's going down. That's all I want. I don't need some big screen TV and all that. That is all I want. I said, that's it, Connor. All right, mate. I'll leave that in your hands. I've got to go. All right. And he was still trying to talk to me. I was like, no, I'm not fucking with you, mate. I have to go now. All right. I've got shit to do. I can't spend all day on the phone with you knobhead. Anyway.
It's got fucking glitter to hoover up.
So that was it. And I said, look, not being funny, Connor, don't even bother ringing me back. Just send me the quotes, all right, of the varying.
Yeah, you got the email address.
I'm I don't need a fucking talking to and a chat and the sales pitch. I want to buy this, okay? So I don't need you to ring me back another 40-minute conversation. I'm too busy. Just send me the fucking quotes and we'll go from there.
Is this a broker or a insurance company?
Yeah, it's a broker. Yeah, but they only deal with like, I don't know. But yeah, this is what I mean. I was like, just give me the shit. I told you all the stuff I want. Send me the quotes. We'll go from there. All right. I'm not going to take up any more of your time because if we spend 50 minutes on the phone and I go, no, I'm not interested. You wasted your time. Efficiency.
Yeah.
I'm a busy man. So yeah, that was that. And I didn't get no quotes through. So I thought, strange. Anyway, I got back home, spoke to the wife about it, and she was like, you stupid fucking idiot. I was like, what? She was like, I've already got you covered under my work. So somehow, I don't know, she's got some super fucking all singing, all dancing deal perk with work that I've got critical health care through her work. So if I fall ill, then I get but she gets a payout. I don't know. Might be.
You get put in the ground, she gets the money.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you know what? That's all I'm worried about, really. All I'm worried about is if either of us fall ill, that we are not got any financial, fuckery going on, that we're all going to be like, oh no, I'll be on the street looking for pennies for the poor. No, that's what I don't want to happen. So I'm trying to put things in, things in the way to stop that. So I was like, oh, right, okay. So I had Connor's email address because he said, oh, yeah, if you got any more details or anything else, email us. Send him an email. So, hi, Connor. Just to let you know, I'm sorry to have wasted your time the other day, but it turns out my wife already has coverage for me and her.
Didn't you think about talking with her before?
No, because I didn't even know I had it, mate. I knew she had it. But she's like, oh yeah, I pay like £3 extra a month to have you on there for X amount. I was like, sound brev. Do they know what I do for £3 a month? I was like, because I guarantee it'd be about 80 if they really knew. Anyway, so that was that. I sent him an email saying, look, sorry to waste your time. Turns out I've got this, blah, blah, blah. Cool, sorted. No worries. I thought that he'll probably try and email me back or ring me once or whatever, and I'll just ignore it because I've said my piece. And it wasn't like, give me a ring if you've got a better deal. I was like, that's it. Like, I'm sorry to have wasted your time. That's it. Sorted. I am already covered, kind of thing. Now, that was 10 days, 2 weeks ago. And I'm not joking when I tell you that cunt has rang me 3 times a day, 6 days a week since.
What?
Yep.
He wants to chat.
And do you know what the worst part? That I thank God for a caller ID.
Or have you blocked the number?
Oh, they're cleverer than that.
Oh,
mate. They've got like
numerous different numbers.
They've got moving number. Do you know what the worst one was? I nearly answered it. I didn't because I thought I'm of the opinion. Fuck it, they'll leave a message.
Yeah,
you really want to speak to me? They'll leave a message. He rang me from a local landline number. They've obviously got some sort of...
you can do like...
whatever they call
online ports?
Yeah, that's what I thought. They've ported their number, found out where I am. Obviously, I'll give him all my details so he knows where I am. So he's rang me from a local number.
They're going to get you.
And after that...
So is this why you don't answer no one's fucking calls now? And I try and ring the other day. Hey, it's fucking Connor again. Here we go. Fucking claims to be fucking Keith Toucan. Fuck off. I'm not having that.
All I see is K and I'm like, oh, it could be Connor with a K. Anyway.
Just needs a code, all right?
So I thought, do you know what? I thought, I'm going to put a fucking end to this right now. It rang and I picked up the phone. It's like, oh, Thomas Connor. I said, I know. I was like, he was like, oh, you just wanted to what, Connor? I said, talk to me about what I've already explained to you over an email and you've rang me 3 times a day for the last 10 days. I said, do you not think the fact that I haven't answered might be a signal that I don't want to speak to you? And the email that I sent you didn't absolutely lay out clearly that I won't be needing your services. I said, fuck me, mate. I've had exes that aren't as fucking clean as you cunt. I said, I am inches away from getting a high court injunction against you. I said, I mean it when I say it. I said, ring me once more and see what happens. He was like, oh, no. I was like, no, I mean it. don't ring me again. Take me off your call list. I couldn't have made things more clear in the email because I thought I rewrote it about twice because I was like, no, I don't want to leave any room for miscommunication or anything to be misconstrued as like, oh, he might have meant by that I could try and beat his. No, it was very much, thank you.
Fuck
Sorry
off.
to waste your time. Appreciate everything you've done. I'm good, motherfucker. No. He was like, no. I said, there's no just about it. I said, you rang me 3 times a day for like 10 days now, mate. I said, it's a fucking joke. And I said, the worst, I said, when you rang me from a local number, that's what tipped the scales because you knew you were trying to get me to answer it thinking that it was a local builder's merchant or me dentist or something. I said, that's not on. That's sneaky. Fuck you. Put the phone down. Not rang since, mate.
No, really?
I'm not bit like, Marlon, I know you're a fucker for kicking off at customer service, and that's you, boo. And you do you. It makes great content for the show. I really don't, because I really understand that customer service have got something to do, and people that ring all the time, they're just trying to make sales, and I get that. But after 30 fucking calls, I was done. I was done. Do you know what, the worst part was, I even texted him, so he rang me off a mobile number, and I texted him as well saying, Connor, it's Tom. Fuck
off.
Basically, I do not need your services. Regards. Not even kind regards. Just regards.
Oh, that's when you know
Yeah.
shit's about to get real.
Yeah. Do I need to CC in my boss?
Do you feel better now, Reg?
I do, mate. It's been going on for a while, and I thought I'd wait until it come to an end. And I was like, can I? Is this harassment? Can I ring the police? Like,
He's trying to touch me.
But for anyone out there who hasn't got life
Maybe if I
insurance
just said
or
I was-
critical health, go and get it though, for fuck's sake.
need- yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
through Connor, all right?
Yeah.
He's a cunt.
yeah, I don't know who Protect Line are, but fuck them, man. Fucking dickheads.
I've had exactly the same thing. So our house and contents is up for renewal.
Oh, they know. Like, it's not just like the ones, not like your insurance. All insurance companies must have this database where they're
China.
like, get them. It's coming up for renewal.
I have had
The washing machine talk to you. The fridge talk to you.
the washing machine's a cunt. I don't want to talk about that at the minute. I'm not there yet. It's still inside, not outside yet. So I know it's up for renewal like next week, I think it is. So for the last, I want to say about 10 days ago, I entered some information into a compare site.
Oh, it's deadly, mate.
They then rang me on the Friday and I said, right, I can't speak right now. If you ring me back at 10 o'clock on Monday, I'll have half an hour for you. We'll go through everything. We can explain what's going on. Like, da-da-da-da-da.
When you said that, right, what did they say? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely no problem.
Really?
It'll be me ringing you again. I put it in my diary.
Because when I said that, I said, I ain't got time for it now, mate. And he was like, if I can just get your details. I was like, okay. I was like, I'll give you my details and that's it. And then I have to go and you can sort it out in the background. And then he started trying to say other stuff. I was like, no, we had a deal here, an agreement where I would give you the details. You would do some fucking work while I go do some fucking work. And you would send me the quotes. And he was like, oh, so, no. Anyway, I said, I've got to go. So fair play to whoever it was you spoke to for actually being like,
Tilly, her name was.
she sound hot.
10 o'clock. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Hello?
She was Welsh.
Oh, see her at Butlins then, Shag. How do you ever go compare? Do you my mate Marlon?
10 o'clock comes round, nothing. 12 o'clock she rings. I was like, sorry, you've missed your slot. Put the
Yes, Marlon.
And she rang me twice a day for a week then. And then on a Friday, I picked up again and said, no, sorry, you missed your slot. If you missed your slot, like it's just a telephone appointment. If you fuck that up, how are you going to be able to cover my house? Well, I'm really sorry, Thomas.
Thomas.
I was like, no, I'm just not interested anymore.
Oh,
Fuck 'em.
Christ.
But yeah, if they can't keep
Yeah, no,
A telephone appointment.
I agree with you because that's the thing. Imagine if you have a telephone appointment with a doctor or whatever, and you ring them up at 12 and go, "Oh, sorry, yeah, a bit late." They'd be like, "No, mate, you missed your slot."
Yeah.
Like, yes, you fucking Uno reverse them, motherfuckers, Marlon. You let them know.
it's just fuck them.
Yeah. What about your week, Rev?
It's been interesting. I've had a load of shit electrical problems in this week.
Oh, all right.
You know, from flooded modules to I had a 322 and it had more water in it than the fucking Thames River. And he wondered why nothing worked. So we quickly flip reverse that and chuck that outside because it's not worth doing. There's been a Freelander with weird electrical faults coming in for a few months now. So originally it came in, it had low oil pressure light on. It had loads of oil pressure. Trace the wiring back, everything tested lovely. So I was like, I'll just overlay the wiring from the sensor back to the BCM. TJB. Absolutely perfect. Sent it. 2 months later, comes back in. It's got an EGR fault. Well, on those, it's the 2.2. It's not an EGR fault. It's actually a throttle body fault. Tested all the wiring. Everything pinned out lovely. 5-volt reference there. But over the line, there was a volt drop of a volt. So just on the off chance, I was like, right, let's just overlay that over the top and see what happens. Bolt goes away. So I started ripping the loom apart. About 2 hours into ripping the loom apart, and just where it goes over the gearbox, there are about 5 wires rubbed through.
So it's shorting, is it?
Yeah, so it's just dropping the 5 volt reference out of it, and the motor a fucking 12-volt signal. Why can't they build cars properly? Again, the retaining clamp on it, it's just like a plastic little shitty thing. It's snapped. Don't be a mechanic there. It's shit. But on a lighter note, I did go down to Diddley Squat Farm.
Oh, I've seen, yeah. How was it?
It was an experience.
Good? Bad?
I'd highly recommend going down.
It was mid.
It was all right because, like, you've seen it on TV. You're slightly invested in it.
Lots of people. Busy.
We waited for a fucking hour to get into the shop.
Really?
It is no bigger than this room.
I don't queue. I'm like the queen.
It is very, very overpriced. What?
Well, it would be, wouldn't it? Okay, get up.
A reptile.
So where else you go then, Mike? Was it just the shop you went to in the farm, or?
So we stayed in the campsite opposite the farm shop, which I'd highly recommend.
That's not his, is it? Not
no,
Larson's?
no, that's camping and caravanning for the upside down pineapple shit.
Is it actually?
Well, there were definitely some
funky things going on.
Interesting people so the pitch, how can I describe it? It's like a 20-foot wide patch of grass which goes on for half a mile, maybe 0.4. We were in the middle, and then probably 30 foot up on the left hand side was another T5, and they had all these disco lights going on, and they were filling a paddling pool up when we got back at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, they ain't gonna be no fucking tonight.
And it wasn't warm. It was...
That's weird, man.
7-8 degrees?
You have a T5, you ain't got kids. It's just 2 of you, innit?
Yeah. They had the pop top up, all the fucking neons and shit going on. I couldn't see if there were actually any pineapples. But I'm gonna get inside and I'm locking my doors.
Batten down the hatches. Let's go.
Then I'm shagging.
Then I'm fucking.
So the farm shop was okay. We bought a load of overpriced shit. And then we went down to the Farmer's Dog, which is his pub.
That's right. Any good?
We couldn't make any reservations. But we literally...
They're not taking reservations.
They are, but only for certain times.
Ah, right.
We rocked up. We were straight in with a table.
Really?
Which was quite nice.
Oh, that's good.
But he did say, like, you've only got the table for 45 minutes.
Oh, so it's not like...
Quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Quick turnaround. I've never seen a place flip tables that quickly.
Really?
They're so efficient. And the food is banging.
And what, you have 45 minutes to order, eat, and fuck off? Were they fairly quick on, like, service?
Yes.
Oh, that's the main thing.
Literally, as soon as you sat down, what do you want to drink?
Well, it's a fucking good job.
Yeah.
High turnover, lots of money. That's the way you want to fucking do it.
I had the sausage and mash, and Beth had the steak pie, I think it was. But no, I'd highly recommend going and having a look.
Price not too bad?
I want to say for 3 pints and 2 mains, it was about 60 quid.
Yeah, it's a bit What's that? 20. No, it's not horrendous because you are sort of southeast there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
And
that pub I went to the weekend, that was 30 quid for a steak at lunchtime.
oh my God. That's the New Forest for you, though, isn't it?
I'd have egg and chips.
Everything moves a little bit
fucking
different
love
down in the
American
New
chips.
Forest.
It's a very limited menu. I think there were about 5 different mains on it.
But
Maybe that's what
you don't want a massive
I'm
menu
going to
for a
say
quick
that's what you want to
turnaround,
do for a quick turnaround. You'll have
all local produce.
Good.
really. Is that in the village or?
It's just outside of the village. It's probably about 20 minutes away from his farm shop.
Oh, is it?
Finished the meal, paid the bill, went outside and sat on a terrace. Fuck me. The views are incredible.
Really?
If you just want to sit down and have a couple of pints there, like it wasn't busy. It was really nice for
What
that.
pints did you have? Were you like, do you do Budweiser?
There's no,
You got
no
any
point in
calls
asking,
like-
is there? It's,
Hawkston or fuck off?
yeah, literally
Nothing else.
nothing else.
Have they got James's gin in there? So
I didn't look at the
I was
gin
listening
menu.
to a podcast the other day and James was bitching. He was like, well, fucking Jeremy won't stop my bloody gin
no,
in his
because
pub.
it's not locally made, is it? Everything.
Yeah, but
They
it's-
don't even serve Coke.
Oh yeah, but he's not bound to that in his pub.
No,
But he is in the farm shop.
but that's why he's like that.
Oh, he's really that's
Yeah.
his ethos. Oh, fair play to the bloke.
Can't
then.
even buy a pint of Coke in her.
Really? Is it like that fucking Curious Wolf or whatever it is comes in that fucking wanky glass bottle? It's like Curiosity Cola. Oh, hello. Woohoo.
And then
Ginger ale.
what is also really cool is they have the Grand Tour tent in the garden of it. at the minute.
No way.
So we went and had a little look around.
Oh, is that where he did that's where he must have done the viewing
Done the final show, didn't he?
for the final
Yeah.
viewing for the
okay.
he did a private
A viewing party.
private. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
He
Thank
ran
you,
it
mate.
over a couple of days, though, didn't he? 'Cause they had it on like every night for
Yeah, he
however many days.
did a Q&A at the
That's
end.
it. And people
Yeah.
were going down there to watch it. Because was the car there or not? Yeah,
No.
he did have the car outside as well. That he
No,
took
it was
over there.
literally I nearly wandered off. They were deck chairs and all sorts. I wanted to steal a deck chair, but I was told I wasn't allowed. Yeah, no, that's about me covered, really.
Well, I'm trying to get a hold of my sister at the moment to ask her because she stayed there.
At the pub.
No.
Or
It cropped into my mind when you said you stayed at a caravan place, right? And there's something I want to ask you, Marlon, because I want you to go there and I want you to come back and give us a review, right? My sister recently went and stayed in this place. I think it's in Devon, and it's like a campsite, right? But it's like an old farm. I'm not trying to throw shade, but when I see farm turn into campsite, I think failed farmer. You know, I'm not saying failed, but I'm saying you've just diversified and packed in the cows. Fair play to you. But she went to the stay at this like farm that turned campsite, and she said, her and her bloke said it is the weirdest place she's ever stayed. She said it was like fucking Midsummer, as in like that cult film. You get there, and everyone the reviews,
my local
mate, the
caravan for
reviews on TripAdvisor are Oh, she just replied, I think. Hang on. She said, sorry.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
What we're going to do is look it up now, and there's going to be a load of people listening that I'm sure have either been there or know about it or are going to come running to its defense. If we go on the TripAdvisor for this place, right, it's really fucking strange. It's like a cult. And there's this one guy.
Fucking campsite.
Yeah, and there's this one guy that runs it, and he's like,
Is that
yeah,
the one?
that's it, yeah, right. And the guy that runs it is like,
Shag's kids.
oh well, no, he's like, apparently he cuts around in like a fucking bomber jacket the whole time, and he's like the king, he's like the cult leader, and
It's like end of the world shit.
and he has this thing where like she was like, it's very much a feeling that he runs everything and he is the king of this empire. He runs around this quad bike with like girls on the back being like, you can't park there, don't move your pitch, you're not in the lines. Anyway, now the reviews on TripAdvisor are wild. Very disappointing, really noisy, even though camping in a small quiet field, definitely not quiet. Had a meal at the restaurant, which wasn't as good as I thought it would have been. Been meaning to write a review for ages, as I would recommend avoiding the place. Not all it cracked up to be. Festival style noise levels during the night at weekends and poor facilities. The website states it is a campsite for over 18s and that weekends are lively and music can continue until 2 a.m. in the bar. However, there are there are also notices around the campsite informing campers that they should not make a loud noise after midnight in order to respect fellow campers. Therefore, we were unprepared. On our stay this weekend, for the bar area to be transformed into a nightclub at about 10 p.m. with hordes of visitors, this was not explicit in the description, and neither was the fact that the festival-style speakers will be ramped up to full volume until 2 a.m. so that any campers wanting a slightly earlier night would be unable to sleep. On their return to the campsite at 2 a.m., some revelers continued to play loud music and talk loudly till 5 a.m. It appears that the proprietor is being somewhat economical with the truth in the description, and as a result, I have had the worst night ever on a campsite. Also, the facilities are lacking few flushing toilets, nowhere to wash the dishes with hot water, and the so-called toilet / shower block in the Mead camping are just sheds surrounded by mud.
So that is not caravanning and camping approved.
I literally, worst camping experience ever. Very disappointed. Cool, but noisy, sleepless nights. Lovely place, rude owners. There you are. It says, what does it say? The campsite itself is lovely with great facilities in the bar. However, the owner is rude and condescending. He began speaking to us in a very hostile manner while we were just sat peacefully on our pitch. It's a shame we won't be booking again. This is the vibes, man, apparently. It's like he is the king of his little...
he's king of the campsite. King of the campsite. La, 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 la.
I have a bomber jacket. La, 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 la.
Oh, I can't see that place lasting very long.
He's got like, I think I looked it up on Instagram. He's like turned the whole, like there's an outdoor heated pool like around the bar.
That's a sex bomb.
Mate, it's all really weird. I really want to go just to get a feel for the place. Go as like a secret shopper and then just blow it up. I fucked it now, really, haven't I? Because I've said it on the show.
You just beep it out.
But yeah, if anyone's been, actually, I'll beep out the name of the place. And if anyone knows what I'll beep out the name. So that if anyone knows exactly what I'm talking about, DM us and be like, I know what you're on about, boys. I've stayed there. So I think, do you reckon? I reckon you should go there. I don't think I can because I haven't got a tent and I don't camp. And I don't have a caravan either. But I'm not renting a camper for that. We can't get that through the books, mate. Well, unless we get a 10 episode series out of it. Record one while we're down there. Apparently it's fucking...
Certain, like, I've...
do you know what? Shall I ring my sister and ask for her fucking review on it now? So ring her on the show. All right, I'll ring her. This might not make the cut.
Hello?
Hey, Gabs, all right?
You are live on Channel 4. Please do not say fuck or bugger.
I'm just on the show. We're not mentioning the name of the place, but can you give us your review of it? Because I was trying to explain what you were saying, but I think it'd be better coming from you, really. Can you, I was just saying how the man wears a bomber jacket and he is like king of, as Marlon said, king of the campsite, la 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 la.
Yeah, well, we got there and there were all these young girls on the bar and they were sort of very welcoming and, find yourself a place to pitch up. There's an awful echo, so it's really hard to hear myself. Anyway, so we went to have a drink a bit later and these girls are all serving and stood at the side is this chap who's, I don't know what age he'd be, probably late 40s, early 50s. He's got this bomber jacket on and he's like parading round, making it very sort of known that he is
king of the campsite,
lord of the manor. Yeah, exactly. And there was just a very strange aura about the place. There's a swimming pool that is heated and it's right next to the bar. People are jumping in it, clothed, not clothed. I just can't really tell you what the energy was like. I mean, we were sat there umming and ahhing as to what was going on, whether it was a kind of like a swingers site or some sort of cult. But then later on, there was this couple that had said to us that they'd been there before, and seemingly some of these girls from the bar sort of come into the campsite later and sort of turn up at the tent, and I don't know. I don't quite know what
offer their services.
No,
we didn't experience it, thank God. But it was just very odd.
What was what were you saying when you told me about him with his shots and he was getting all like, what was he doing with the shots?
Oh, there was a couple that went up to the bar and were, I think, possibly going to buy a drink, going to buy him a drink. And he sort of waved towards them like, oh, no, put that away. Goes and grabs a bottle of something from underneath the bar, comes back to them, is sort of waving this bottle in the air, looking at it. It looks like something very expensive. Lines up all these shot glasses, pours them out, and starts pointing at people and pointing to the shot glasses. And he gets them to all stand in a row, gets them to do this shot, and then he's like stood there as if he's, I don't know, just like it reminded me of like something like Project X.
Project X crossed with Jonestown.
Yeah, something along those lines. Really, really quite odd.
Well, we're not mentioning the name of the place, but we're hoping that some people that listen to the show are going to know what we're on about and message us. It's the bomber jacket that sticks out. It was, if you go on their Instagram,
I'll take mine down.
If you go on the Instagram, he's like wearing a bomber jacket in all the pictures. Yeah.
There was two sides to the stream at the campsite. We were on the left-hand side. I think the right-hand side is where it gets funky because it was sounding very excitable into the early hours. And yeah, we stayed on our safe side of the stream, I think, from what I gather.
All right, then, Gabs. Well, thanks for that. Because I thought you'd be a better me trying to quote your own review, but I thought, oh, I'll just ring her. She'll probably have a better review than I do. Better coming first hand than anything. All right. Well, thanks for that. And
Thank you very much.
We'll keep you updated as to how the listeners know about it. I'm trying to send Marlon down there for a weekend to come back with his own review.
I'd enjoy that.
All right. I'll catch you later. Thanks, Gabs.
Speak to you later. Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye. So
I'm interested. I'm just trying to find.
This has been. She told me about this months ago, and I keep forgetting to. No, hang on. Oh shit, sorry. Sorry, listeners. We're just looking it up on Instagram. I know you're all thinking, "Oh, say it, Reg, say it," but I can't because if it gets back to your man, and
he might come round in his jacket and knock us out.
Oi, drink that fucking shot.
She sent me the. Oh, no, you weren't right there. Actually, sorry, mate. So it's that one. Yeah. Well, where's the man? Let me find a picture of the man, and I'll show it to you. He's the king. He's king. That's him. That's him.
He is the king.
Look, he loves himself. He loves himself.
Some of that.
Oh,
cheeky Chinese. Bush.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's
it's like a right cunt, doesn't he?
That's
hang on. If we go on our Instagram, see who follows him. That's the best way to do it, and then they'll know.
Kudos, Keith.
No one.
Yeah, somebody I know.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. We'll keep you updated, listeners.
On another similar note.
Oh God.
Next weekend, I've booked a campsite. And it's a very, very strange setup. I've probably had 20 emails from them because they had to approve us first to stay there.
What?
There's a vetting process to get on a fucking campsite.
So, it better be a fucking smart place, mate.
This camping and caravan site, some of the sites are cult-like. I think the whole community is very cult-like.
Did they want like a blooming photograph picture of you and Chief and
what do you do for a living?
They wanted just some details while we're coming.
Because when I go camping.
No, I've come here to shoot, actually. the best game of all.
The puffins. Man. So I explained why I wanted to come up. I won't tell you now. I'll tell you next week. Oh, yeah, no, that sounds really good. What van do you have? Have you got any pictures of it? And I was like, no, I haven't got any pictures of it. But it's a converted transporter.
Oh, you know where that is, don't you?
Could you send like pre-wrap pictures?
No, it's what they've asked for pictures of your van. Make sure it's not a fucking tipper transit. I'm not even joking. That's what it'll be. No, seriously.
What's he going to do? Some fucking driveways?
No, that's not even me taking the piss. I guarantee it's for that reason. So it's not a tipper transit and a fucking a Munsterland caravan. Shout at Jord. No, but he knows the score. Like that'll be why. I'm not joking.
But I just wanted to book a campsite, Shag. That's you're the closest one to it.
I reckon is it that, would it be where you're staying, would it involve that kind of demographic?
Absolutely not.
They might have had problems in the past then. I don't know.
But like, a few times when we've booked somewhere, like, oh, they want to know the ins and outs of a fucking duck's ass. And I'm like, Shag, you're the closest thing to where I want to go. I want to stay there.
Weird.
It's weird.
Usually you just pay and turn up. Like Airbnb. Well, actually, no, Airbnb is terrible. Well, they're the same. But like, if you just go on like the Marriott, they're like, name, great, see you then.
Yeah, exactly.
Credit card details. That's all they give a fuck about. Here is a standard hotel room. Enjoy. Whereas like Airbnb is like, you haven't done the dishes. You didn't shut the gate.
The dog's died.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm intrigued. This has become a. We should do. Oh, I'm really tempted to go.
You won't do it. You never do.
How many do you sleep in your van? Let's all pull down there one weekend.
I've got two. I don't want any other cunt in there.
I got a 4-berth caravan at the farm. I know that fucking one that's covered in green mold that the old man used to take to the steam fair that doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know why you still got it, but it's the great one for the anal game because it's the Marauder XL. The anal Marauder XL.
Well, you got a tow bar?
Yeah, I just
Fuck it, I got a tow bar on the Audi, mate. We'll drag it down.
Clag it on the back of there. We'll go down fucking that place with the man and just turn up, secret shop the place and come back and blow it up.
Let me
our experience at beep.
I did see a few like really good ones. We had Anal Explorer and Anal Marauder.
That's what I've got. I've got an Anal Marauder XL. You get a fist in there. Oh dear, she's 4 berths. You can get a 4-banger up there.
Straight pipe.
Oh dear. Right, let's cut to a break, boys. But before we do, a massive shout out to the sponsor of the episode, the AUTOMOVER, the man that keeps the show going. Big up to the AUTOMOVER. Listen up, guys. Cars. Keith, you know the car situation at the moment.
Yes.
How clenched was your anus picking up your car?
A little bit clench, and yeah.
Let's put it this way:
the AUTOMOVER's fully aware of it.
If you were picking it up from somewhere that wasn't 20 miles away, what would you have done?
I would have rung him up.
Exactly,
100%.
That's the thing. You know the score, Keith. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you. You bought a 18-year-old V8. If you were buying that from Inverness, would you even hedge it? No, you'd get in touch with the AUTOMOVER.
It would have never made it.
You would have had, their problems, lights on the dash, stuck up on the side.
Lots of mooing.
I've said
too much mooing.
Exactly. But it's not only that. The AUTOMOVER doesn't just. It's not just about buying cars and selling cars. If you've got a vehicle that you need moving,
he'll move anything. Exactly.
Well, it doesn't matter what the purpose is. If you've just got a vehicle that needs moving to X to Y, he's got you covered. If it's a long-term project that you need to get shifted down to somewhere that's going to tune it for you, and you've got a what is it, like I'm trying to drag on all of my knowledge, Mega Squirt ECU, Marlon, that's got nothing on there, but you need to take it to the man that's going to put the tune on there, and the fucker won't even start. So how are you going to get it there?
Blank map won't even start.
Blank map.
Just ring the AUTOMOVER.
Just ring the AUTOMOVER. If you've got an absolute shed of a vehicle that you need to take down to a restoration company, get in touch with the AUTOMOVER.
If you need to buy an Escort, ring me and then the AUTOMOVER.
Exactly. If you've spent hours and hours and weekends for the past 2 years restoring something in your garage, and there's the man that does the best paintwork in the world or the best bodywork in the world on that specific mark of car, who are you going to trust with that absolute little gem that you're trying to put back on the road?
The AUTOMOVER.
Exactly.
Fully insured.
That's the thing. If you've spent all this time and effort on it, you want to put it with someone who's not only going to take the best care of it, but it's also reliable and professional and fully insured.
The thing is, it's like, having spoken to him as well, and obviously I won't say it on here because I don't know how much I can say, but he's said who he's worked for and the vehicles that he's moved.
Yeah.
Then makes you think, fuck, he is delivering a service which you are fucking getting your bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
Like all the extra measures he'll go to moving your car. If it's like a car like a low profile tire, really low to the fucking deck, all the extra things he does to get that up on the ramp without damaging any of the bodywork and getting it from A to B. Like, I spoke to him in some fucking in-depth detail about it, and yeah, mate, the clients he's worked for as well, He's the mandicle.
Exactly.
He
It's
is the
not
mandicle.
some fucking Citroen relay that's got an alley back on there and your man just runs around the garages picking up scrappers and yeah, don't worry, mate, I've moved loads of vehicles. I'll
Get
take
on
you
there.
down there for you. I'll call you £100 and do all right. Yeah. Not so great
But
when
the
it's
most important part, Reg, the most important part, live tracking.
live tracking. You know where it is. You've got that constant. It's all about peace of mind, isn't it? Knowing where it is, knowing when it's got there. Exactly. I mean, he's going to keep you updated all the way through. But just if you want to, when it's like Amazon, you're like, where is it? Eight stops away? 3 stops away? Oh, it's nearly there. Oh, it's there. And you get that text being like, car's delivered. All's good. Just the job. Thank you very much. All sorted. It's in safe hands. That's what you need. The AUTOMOVER is the man for you. Vehicle transportation services, the AUTOMOVER is the man to ring. So big up to him for sponsoring the show. Will isn't here this evening. He was going to come, but he couldn't. He said, don't forget, 80% off. No, it's not, Will. Use ITZH in the vehicle description for 10% off. Massive shout out to the AUTOMOVER. Big him up. Links in the episode description, links in the bio. Bosh, right. We get drink of the week. We'll see you in a bit. Love you. Bye-bye. Deja vu, that is. Right. Oh, we're back. Right, sorry, yeah. All right, drink of the week. Marlon, what have we got?
So this has come from where I've just been. It's Hawkstone Harvest.
Did you travel many
It
moons
is,
for this?
Pass me that red card there. You're not having you're not having it. You're not having it, Rob. You're not having you've put the business card in there. You have to pay for that shit. Big up to Rob White for sending it, dropping this down. Massive big up to you. So what further ado, Marlon, if you could do some of that marketing bullshit.
Premium British lager, 5.2% in a 330ml bottle. The Neolithic Hawkstone has stood for generations near the heart of Diddley Squat, and that's where it all began, on a very British farm growing the finest malting barley. Hawkstone Harvest is our tribute to harvest time with a golden hue. It's bursting with flavours of rich kilned malt with a nutty finish. Bit like Keith. We've thrown in some classic British Golding hops for good measure, adding aromas and a fresh hay and a touch of honey.
Wow. Never had anything that tastes like that before. Quite understated. Quite sweet.
Yeah.
It's not half bad, to be fair, because the last we had the Hawkstone Lager, didn't we? And we didn't rate that none.
It's drinkable. It's not Budweiser. I had to fucking drink a lot of that this weekend.
Do you have this one or not?
No.
That's a proper. Yeah, I like that. I like the end of harvest vibes. It's very chilled out. It's not too heavy.
The aftertaste is banging.
It is, isn't it?
I can't put my finger on what it is.
It is kind of like nutty honey. And when it said nutty, I thought, oh god, I fucking hate nuts. Nuts is for squirrels. But
yeah, big up Lee and your squirrel problem in your garden. You can't. Yeah, that's. I really, really like that.
I'm quite impressed by it as well. Actually, I mean,
it's clean, it's fresh, it's got a nice sort of fruity body, like after on it, and that to me sitting out
breath
on a
counters at 1.
picnic bench on the top of a hill, looking out as the sun's going down.
Nice day.
Like,
I'm really
that's a fucking lovely.
I'm taken aback by that. Really, it is pretty
so smooth.
It is, isn't it? It was when I poured it out, I was like, shit, that's proper carbon.
Hang on,
that's
is your one chilled or not?
Want my glass? No.
No, try it from that. See what you think.
Oh, that's totally different. Oh, the flavours are so much more pronounced. How weird is that? Right, listeners, I put mine in a glass that I pulled off the side, and I put Keith's in a glass that had been in the fridge. flavors are totally different. Totally different, because yours didn't fucking head up as much as mine. Let's try it out of the bottle. Oh, look, we're getting a full flavor.
It's that nutty aftertaste is.
That's really good. You know what? The more I drink of it, the better it gets, and that's yeah. I'm very, very impressed with that, actually. Yeah. Do you know what?
I could session that.
I
think that's sessionable.
A 4 and a 5, and I'm really struggling. Oh,
I'm gonna go for a 4 on that, just because I'm not massive on lager. It sits too heavy on me, but I'd quite happy if I went to a pub and that's all they had, I'd happily drink that all night long.
All right, fuck it. I'll give that a 5.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I will as well, actually, because I was just sort of swaying that up. I was like, if that was on tap against everything else, and it was more expensive, would I buy it? And I was like, yes, I would. So there you go. So I think that says it all, really, doesn't it? If it was like, if it was, I feel like, nah, I'd rather have a fucking, I don't know, Moretti or whatever shit. But yeah, no, that's definitely, I'll have a 5. Right, so that's 2 5s and a 4. So overall, that's a 5. Not the perfect 5, but a 5 nonetheless. So thanks, Rob. Thanks for sending that one down, mate. That surprised me no end. So yeah, that is
huge, beautiful,
the greatest beers from the greatest farm. Right, before
with the most expensive crisps.
How much were they?
Go
on. 4 bags for £6,
Jesus.
And they're like Walker sized.
Ouch.
Yeah, but I like crisps, so I was there.
Yeah, you are a big crisp man. Right. Before we get back into the episode, a massive shout out. New sponsor alert!
New sponsor alert!
New sponsor alert! New sponsor alert! Big up, big up! It's a stick up, stick up! It is a big up to ASHWORTH AGRI Services. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Listen up. Being in the farming trade as long as I have, I know that finding somebody to do a decent job of something can be difficult, especially when it's just one job. If it's just some baling or some hedge cutting, you've always got a mate down the road that will let you borrow his tedder. But the problem is, the tedder's fucked. It hasn't been greased in 6 years. It's missing half its tines, and the ones that aren't missing are bent. Or your man with a hedge cutter that's like, oh yeah, don't worry, mate, I'll come round and do that. And he never turns up. And by the time he does turn up, you can't be cutting the hedges anymore. This is where ASHWORTH AGRI contracts are going to come into play. He's a man, a tractor, and everything you need in between. I mean,
all the kit.
He's rocking a New Holland. He implored me to mention that it is a New Holland T7 210. I don't know what that means. I'm not a big tractor man, but I'd imagine because he's mentioned it, it's a fairly banging tractor.
Well, I ain't John Deere Green.
It doesn't matter what you need. If it's just man and tractor work, if you just need a man and a tractor to just run trailers, mucking out, silage in, whatever. If you just, you know what, the sun's shining, the forage is ready to go, and one of the boys is called in sick, or one of the tractors is broken down and is up on his axle stands down hunts, get in touch with ASHWORTH AGRI contracts. It doesn't matter if it's fencing, mowing, tedding, raking, round baling, round bale wrapping, power harrowing, hedge cutting.
He's your man.
ASHWORTH AGRI contracts have got you sorted.
When things need to be done in a time frame, you need someone that will literally turn up, perform, and go home.
That's what you need. If it's just a man and tractor for a couple of days to run trailers, like I said, that's perfect. But also, not only does he do all of the above stuff that I've mentioned, There's more. They also sell round and small bale hay. So I know the boys that are listening. I know they say know your audience. I like to think we know our audience pretty well, Marlon. So we got a lot of rural guys listening. What do rural guys end up doing? They end up marrying or dating equine women. What are they always in need of? Small bale hay. Trying to find someone who can provide small bale hay at a decent price is often difficult. You got farmer down the road. I got a load of that, mate. Yeah, it's a load of 6-stringers that he bailed up, left out for 6 weeks, and is rotten as fuck. It's not worth the hassle, lads. It's not worth the hassle. If you can get ASHWORTH AGRI contracts to bring down a fucking a trailer load, yeah, Hey, do a good price. Not the £7 a two-stringer that your man down the road at the fucking pet store wants. Fuck that cunt.
You're now talking in hieroglyphics.
Exactly. So like I said, if you're in need of a man and tractor, or if you're in need of any contracting work in the Somerset, Dorset and Wiltshire area, big up to Ashworth Agri Contracts. These guys are going to sort you out. Massive shout out to them for sponsoring the show. Check them out. Links in the episode description. Links in the bio. Big up Ashworth Agri Contracts. Right. Back into the show, Marlon. I've told you that I'd have this sorted. And you needed not.
No, yeah, I do apologise for being a bit fucking useless lately.
No, Marlon, you do more than enough for the show. You when it comes to dreaming up episodes and coming up with content and whatnot, other than our general fuckery that we do, and we managed to turn into a podcast somehow. When it comes to actual shit that we want to do, I thought, I've got this. So I came up with an episode idea, and I thought, you know what? There's a massive untapped resource that we have never, in the 4 years we've been doing this, we've never exploited. So I thought I was going to exploit the living shit out of it, just like Cecil Rhodes did to Rhodesia. Let's go. Right, so what we're going to be doing, gentlemen, is trying to find a lighter that... Oh, it does. Thank you, Keith. What we're going to be doing is an episode called Am I the Arsehole?
Yes, you are.
So what I...
Done.
Right,
Sorted.
thanks
Thank
everyone
you very much.
Until next week. So we're going to be doing Am I the Arsehole? I need to be really careful because I am wearing a very flammable tracksuit and smoking cigarettes.
3-stripe bad the dust.
Yes, to be fair, the fag burns will only add to the
Where did you get that from?
Oh yeah, no, you've probably seen them. If I put the picture up on time, which I won't have, I got this off Vinted. It's a genuine 90s popper Adidas tracksuit.
it is
It's not just the trousers,
shit.
it is the vest as well.
Oh, mate, it's banging.
It's a whole lot. Yeah,
It's so
I mean,
authentic.
don't get me wrong. We've picked a great time to go on a 90s weekender because 90s gear has now come back into fashion. So this is not cheap. This was about 80 quid.
Fuck off. It wasn't that brand new.
Top and bottom. Yeah, you can, but they've come back in fashion so much that Adidas are remaking them new. You can go on JD or what is it? I don't know, fucking JD or Sports or whatever.
Mate,
and you can buy them brand new again. They've remanufactured them. They do some really nice colours. I'm half tempted just to get some to cut around the house in. With nice teal and gold. I was like, yes, Dad. Rev counters at 2. Right. Am I the arsehole? So I'm going to read
We've
out...
already answered that, yes.
I'm going to read out some posts from Reddit of Am I the Arsehole? And we have to decide whether the poster, the
So
OP...
for people who doesn't know what Reddit is...
Oh, get out of the fucking Stone Age. Like, it's a social media platform where you write stuff and people reply to it. I don't know what...
It's a forum,
It's
basically.
a big forum, right. We'll start with this one. Am I the arsehole? I'm suing my girlfriend for scrapping my car.
I need some backstory.
I'll keep this short. I had a 1967 Impala four-door that I bought in February 2019. A couple months ago, I bought my first house and had a 2.5 car garage. I'm reading it like that because it's American. I moved the car in and started tearing it down for a complete restoration. I had the body in one bay and the chassis in another. Plus, the whole garage was filled with parts. About 2 months ago, my girlfriend came to live with me during this whole crisis. It's badly punctuated.
American?
He comes to My girlfriend came to live with me during this whole crisis, and the whole time has hated the car. She wants to park in the garage, and I have 2 acres of land with the lot, and nice places to park under shady trees, or hell, even a barn if it has to be inside. I tell her, tough luck, it's my house, and it's not like I can just throw it back together in a couple days real quick. Anyways, I was out of town for a couple of days on a business trip, and for the small local company I work with. When I got back, my girlfriend was all smiles, making me food all the time, doing the chores and all that. And I thought maybe she was just happy to have me home. But then I realized that I didn't see my car in its usual spot. And I asked her where she parked so I could make sure I mow that area and keep it clean. She said not to worry because she parked in the garage. I said, how? And she told me to check it out. Turns out, While I'd been gone, she'd hired some people to come over and move everything that related to the car, including drivetrain, body, chassis, and all the parts, and take it to the local dump/scrapyard. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I had spent £11,000 on that car, including new parts, services, and the car itself. I told her that I was going to be taking her to court for that, and she brushed me off like I was being dramatic. I told her that it's done between us, to pack her things and leave. I admit I was really angry, but I did end up getting a lawyer, and as I have all the receipts for all that money spent and have her on my house's security cam footage, letting the guys in and watch them take it all, I think I can win. Her family and friends are absolutely blowing me up, saying it's just stupid old piece of junk, and that she cannot pay back all the money I've spent, and that I should let it go. But I've been putting all my time, effort, and money into the car for 1.5 years now, and god damn it, if I am not going to get justice for what I did, am I the arsehole?
Fuck that bitch. You got 2 acres. Bury her.
I thought I'd start us all off with something that would get us riled up.
Absolutely. That is not okay. She doesn't own the house.
Imagine if you went in there and she went on a business trip and did all her fucking wardrobes out and thrown all her shit out.
That is imagine, right?
If you turned around and said, I want to hang my new shirt up. Sorry, you can't because my little Palestine's been invaded by Israel and all her fucking kit is overloading your side of the fucking wardrobe. And then you think, oh, do you know what? She's fucked off out for a fucking work store. I'm going to empty out her fucking side of the closet. She'd go fucking pear.
Absolutely.
She'd be
what
sideways.
sort of dumb cunt thinks that's okay?
Imagine, like Keith said, imagine if she went away for a week and I was like, you know, this is
handbags out the window.
This is madness.
Shoes,
Imagine if I went on Vinted, took pictures of everything and put like £5 on each. Just said, oh yeah, I sold it all. Don't worry, it's all good.
That is not okay.
So there's more to the story. Right. Edit. Thank you very much.
She went missing.
Thank you very much for the support. And thank you very much for the support and everything. I'm glad.
Mate, if you want me to turn up,
I'm
to
glad
the
I have some
courthouse.
people on my side. I got a call from her mum about 20 minutes ago, and she told me that I'm ruining her daughter's life over a stupid car. I told her she had ruined her own life. I'd been gathering documentation and stuff, and I'm about to head down to the police station and file a report, as suggested by lots of people on here. Once again, thank you. Update. I went to the police station last night and was told to come back in the morning. Just got back and filed an official report against her for grand larceny and grand theft auto. I showed them all the receipts for the car and the footage of her letting the guys come in and take it, as well as the title for the vehicle in my name. They said that they will be in contact with all 3 parties, me, my ex-girlfriend, and the junkyard guys, soon, and they will hopefully be able to recover some or all of my car. Just got to wait now. Huge update.
Let's go.
They found my goddamn car. The junkyard guys were the junkyard guys apparently were in the middle of hiding it when the police asked them questions. It was on the forklift and they were just about to put it on the top of a pile of cars that was hidden behind more piles of cars. They said it was theirs. They had the title, but obviously they didn't have the title. But obviously didn't have the title for it since they matched the VIN to the chassis and the body and the VIN on my title. It was obviously mine. I know at least one person there has been arrested, and I think he was in the camera footage I talked about earlier. But I don't know if it was the boss or whomever, or even his specific charge. They also told me they would be looking into this specific junkyard for any other vehicles reported stolen. They said if they haven't been able to get in contact with my ex just yet, but they're working on it. I'm just glad they found my car. Luckily, I made an album of pictures detailing my tearing down of the car, so I can use that to prove where what parts they had were mine, so I can hopefully get the most or if not all of it back. Police haven't let me take it back home yet, as they say it's evidence or something, so hopefully I can get it back eventually. Thank you all so much for the support and advice. She's gonna be all right.
But it's like anything, like she's done that without consent. It doesn't matter what it is, you've done something without consent.
That's the thing, and no matter what you think about it, no matter if you just see it as like, you know, if you looked at any of some of my P38s that are chucked up in the yard, in the mausoleum, they'd be like, nah, it's just a piece of shit. No, it's my piece of shit. That's mine. That's my property. I I can't get my head around that. My missus would not throw anything out in my house without consulting me first. My house, our house. You know?
But it works both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It works both ways.
I wouldn't dream of throwing anything.
Even some,
like
you say, even some dusty old handbag that hasn't moved for 6 years that sat on a side table upstairs.
We have 6 million of them in our house.
Can you imagine if I went and threw one out the next day, she'd be like, "Where's that fucking blue Coach handbag that I got from New York or whatever?" I'd be like, you what?
Well, it was literally in like a couple of weeks ago. I said to her,
horrendous green Michael Kors bag.
I said, look, I got a load of shit in the wardrobe I don't fucking use anymore. Like, let's go through it all and get rid of some shit. Okay, cool. We'll sit down together and we'll do it. Not, I'll do it while you're at work.
Yeah.
No, let's come home and let's fucking do it. Like,
that's it. When I clear out clothes, I do need some moral support because it's not a job I want to do.
Right, so we're all in agreement there.
Yeah,
that
she's an arsehole.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt there.
I don't get. He's like, am I the arsehole for suing my girlfriend for $20,000 worth of parts and shit and car?
You could have been smarter. You got 2 acres.
It was a '67 Impala, man.
4-door.
I know. Right, next one. Am I the arsehole for bringing up my brother's premature birth at Christmas dinner to get my parents to shut up? I am a nurse practitioner and I'm the primary care provider for a lot of low-risk maternity cases at the practice where I work. I work hand in hand with the doctors and midwives to create a healthy maternity, birth and postpartum situation. My fiance is completing her residency. We live together and have for a few years now. We aren't in a hurry to get married. We originally had plans to do so a couple of years ago, but we got really busy for 2 years. It is driving my very religious parents crazy that their youngest son is living in sin. I really don't care. I'm an adult and I do what I want. We are getting married in June. We were visiting my parents at Christmas. The way it came together this year, everyone at my parents' house. So that's my folks, my 3 siblings, myself, my fiance, and my 7 grandchildren. So 17 people. At dinner, my mum starts going on about how she is so glad that we're finally getting married so she won't be embarrassed at church anymore. And my dad says how proud he is of his 3 older kids who all either waited to get married before moving in or got married right away after moving in. My fiance was getting embarrassed and I was getting mad over the stupid argument we'd had too many times. And a family dinner was the last straw. I have asked them repeatedly just to accept what they cannot control and how I live my life. I refuse to stay with them when I visit. Hotels are just easier. So I started talking about a premature baby that I had been reading about. It was almost 3 months premature and weighed about 1.6 pounds. It was super strong and healthy for being born so little, and the NICU had high hopes for the baby doing well. My mum and dad both got deer in the headlights looks on their faces. Too bad. Should not have fucked around with my fiance's feelings. So I asked my oldest brother. He was born almost 4 months premature. Is there a chance that we could have checked the family album where we keep the records for family births and stuff? I already know my brother was over 9 pounds and almost 23 inches long when he was born. My grandmother told me all about it the first time my parents tried to shame me. The subject gets changed very fast. After supper, my parents told me that I should not try to embarrass them with private things that are of not my concern. I told them that if I heard anything about my living arrangements ever again for the rest of my life, I would make sure to keep bringing up the fact that my mum was in her 2nd trimester before they got married. My parents are mad at me for telling them how to behave in their own home, but my fiance is happy that they seem to be off the subject for good. Am I the arsehole?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I think
religion has caused more deaths than anything else. First of all, imagine
pot, kettle, glass houses, something like that, isn't it?
What the fuck?
I can't. I know there are some super religious places in America that's very like church on Sunday, and fair play if that's what brings you peace and happiness. More power to you, brother. But you can't be preaching like that when you
don't stick to it in the fucking first place.
Exactly, you're preaching from a place of sin in the first. I can't get my head around it, and the fact that they know that he is he works in like NICU, and he works with premature children. And they were like, oh, yes, he was such a small boy when he was like, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. You're a lying shit. He wasn't born 4 months premature. He was fucking 9 pounds when he was born. And look how big he was. Some grandmother used to say how big he was. You fuckers were not only living in sin, you were pregnant before you were married.
Lying cunts.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
absolutely fine.
It's the 21st century. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't know. It's scary how in this modern age that parents can still be like that.
I think you wouldn't put up with it. Any normal person wouldn't put up with it.
No, even my grandmother, who's not super religious but very religious, she church on Sunday, always has been part of the church. When my mum and dad were engaged for 7 years, living together, she never said a fucking thing ever.
None of her business.
Exactly. Right. Next one. Was at a family dinner this evening. Oh, this old trick. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my eldest sister, 29 female, my youngest sister, 24 female, and my youngest brother, 22 male. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, cousins, aunts, uncles, etc. During the dinner, my eldest sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across a little aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument, and 2 of them were too absorbed in their argument to realise the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point. And it was completely unprovoked. I did think it might have been the alcohol that my sister had drunk. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying, "Everyone knows he's a virgin," and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me, as my bro definitely has confidence issues and didn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college. And that since everybody in my family knows this, it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know, amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have. He left the party angrily, saying my sister misled him about her past. My family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine.
Yeah, fucking fair play.
Yeah.
You can't go into a ball fight and start throwing shit out and not expect nothing back.
That's true. If you
fuck around, you find out.
I think if you know that the rest of your family know that you a hoe and that, in fact, you're not.
There's too many people out there prepared to give this shit and not take it back.
You're not his, it's just his turn. I think fair play.
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely.
I'm going to say, all things are fair in love and war.
And I'm not being funny, but I'm sure as shit she probably fucking knew when she made that comment about her brother being a fucking virgin and tried to bring it up because that's going to get a rise in it. That's trying to embarrass him, knowing full well she's a full-blown slag. And
mate, she's qualified.
Yeah. And everyone there knew it as well.
Mate, she got the fucking IMI. She got the MBQ and that.
How was she not expecting that to come back on her?
She's 10th level prestige in cock. She's got the gold camo, the lot. I think what she was probably thinking was she's going to fucking lay some shots into the 22-year-old brother who's obviously a virgin, and just knowing that he's got confidence issues and really won't shout back, but she wasn't expecting all fucking shag nuts to stand up and be like, "Hey,
whoa, slag!
How do kicks you suck?"
Pipe the fuck down. Pipe hidden fuck.
I think fair play. I think all's fair. I don't think I wouldn't say everyone's the asshole, but it just sounds like
no, he's done what he has to do, innit? Any good person would have done the right thing as well. If you see someone out there giving someone a bit of shit and you think, "Hang on, dickheads, you'll want to fucking talk."
Yeah, exactly that.
Throw it straight back on them.
A little bit of comeuppance.
Yeah.
It can't be a hate crime if I love doing it.
And everyone else would have loved it as well, wouldn't they?
I think fair play.
Yeah.
I think fair play to the guy. Am I the arsehole for abandoning my daughter on vacation? My wife and I have dreamed about celebrating our 40th anniversary with a luxury vacation. Just the two of us, reliving the romance of our earlier years. We had it all planned out for years now, and we're excited beyond words. Enter our adult daughter, Jane. Jane and her husband got wind of our plans and promptly invited themselves and two children, 9 and 5.
Right, well, that's where it should have stopped there.
Yeah, there's another few
Fuck you,
paragraphs, but you've got your opinions. I shall continue. I originally put my foot down and told them this trip was just for us, which upset her some. But my wife has a hard time saying no to Jane, as she is the youngest of our children and our only daughter, and she didn't want to hurt her feelings, so she reluctantly agreed to let them join. I wasn't thrilled about it at the time, but I wanted to make my family happy and knew my wife was also okay with the idea of a family trip. Even though she was heartbroken, we wouldn't get our romantic trip. We went along with it. The place we were originally going to was not child-friendly, so we changed course and decided an all-inclusive family resort. We paid for the resort and our grandchildren's plane tickets. Jane and her husband only had to pay for their own airfare. Here's where things get complicated. As the vacation got closer, I started having a change of heart and realised that our 40th anniversary was a once-in-a-lifetime milestone, and I wanted to honour it in a way that was true to our original plans. My wife and I might not be able to afford a trip like this again for quite some time, and it was something I've always wanted to do. So without consulting anyone, I switched our tickets last minute to go on a romantic destination that me and my wife had originally planned for. I did not tell Jane or her husband. I didn't even tell my wife until the day before our flight left, which was the day before Jane's flight left for vacation. It wasn't an easy decision, and I felt guilty about it, but I wanted our 40th anniversary to be special, intimate celebration that I'd always hoped for. We called Jane after we'd landed to tell her, and she was extremely upset, to say the least. She seemed of the idea that we were going to look after her grandkids so that she and her husband could have time alone. And now that I had abandoned her, they would have to do it all themselves.
Oh.
I hung up on them when my son-in-law started shouting at my wife and I enjoyed the rest of our trip. They came back the same day. They came back the same day we did, but have not answered our texts, and Jane seems to be ignoring me. My wife told me that she vastly preferred our trip to the family trip we would have taken, and she still does not like how Jane was mad at us and wants me to apologize. I'm not sure I want to after learning Jane and her husband were using us for free babysitting and a free trip, but I feel like I should just keep the peace. Am I the arsehole for changing our trip destination at the last minute and leaving Jane and her family to fend for themselves?
No,
absolutely
fuck,
not.
mate.
That sounds like a self-entitled kid.
That's a good fucking tactical move, that is. They sound like fucking up with problems.
It was a good tactical move, and I will completely agree with that. But I think from the very get-go, to save the aggravation, just no. Just no.
Point blank, no.
I always think that whole situation could be
I'm not being
avoided.
funny, but why is this Jane and her partner not gone, oh, that's fair play, they want to go away for their 40th wedding anniversary. Let them have this.
I think.
Do you know what I mean? That's like, oh, we want to come along, we
shits.
want to take our kid. No, let them enjoy their fucking time.
I think the problem is they've already mentioned it.
The only
40th
reason why
wedding
fucking
anniversary
Jane's
is big
here is
things.
because they were shagging 40 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they're there.
Well, they said,
Well, it
didn't they?
depends if they were in
Well,
or out, like, you know.
A youngest sibling, youngest child, only daughter. I get the impression that she's probably grown up with
Bit of a cunt.
most things. No one's ever said no to her. She seems quite entitled, which I'm not saying is completely down to the parents, but you know, all roads lead to Rome.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, some sort of parenting's probably to blame for that.
I thought all roads led to Rhodesia.
They do if Cecil Rhodes is involved. Rhodesians never die. I think, I agree with the blow. I agree with what he did, but I think the whole situation could have been negated by just being like, no, just
absolutely not.
Straight no from the start. And if your wife kicks off, just say no. This is for us. I'm doing this for us. It's not them. This is for us.
Yeah, if you want to do something at a later date together, then happy days.
Yeah, exactly.
But then also, it obviously sounds like the reason we want to come away is because they get a fucking freebie holiday and their kids get looked after.
Yep.
That's a cunt move. Like, no, like, obviously, I went away on holiday to Spain over recently with my mum and the rest of my family, and not one point did I ask any of my family to look after my kids. They're my responsibility. I made them. I brought them here. They're my responsibility.
Yeah.
If someone turned around and said, "Oh, do you want to go out for a drink tonight for a couple of hours? We'll watch the kids."
Absolutely.
That's a little bit different. Okay, thank you. They're hard work, but yeah, no worries. I'll see you in half hour. But I would not at any point fucking palm my kids off with someone else. Like,
I know. I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
You just don't do it, do you?
No, you don't. No, I think that's the thing. I think that was probably your man's turning point when he was like, hang on a minute, this little family trip where we all get to have fun has suddenly turned
And it don't help that his wife's going, "Oh, it'd be lovely if they come along. We can all get together." Oh, you want to shut up as well. We're going shagging.
So-
like, look, this is 40 years. We're fucking like, you want to come along? Bring your fucking kids. They can watch. Right,
I got a fucking blister pack full of blueies here. You're having it, love. All right, fucking hell. I got more lube than Diddy. Let's be having you. Right, I think so. We're all in agreement that he is not the arsehole.
No, he's
that
not,
Jane
no.
is the arsehole.
Fuck your life! Bing bang!
I've missed that button. I never thought I'd say that. Right, next one. Am I the arsehole for banning my sister from family parties because of her attitude towards kids? I am a 41-year-old bloke and the oldest of 5. My sister, Vera, a 31-year-old female, is the third child. Our parents are long dead. Don't know why that's important. Now, my sister was always the quiet one. She never interacted much as a child. Instead, she spent most of her time in a room reading. She barely spoke.
Autism.
Autism. She barely spoke, and when she did, she had different conversation topics. She was gifted, I get it, but we were kids and we got bored when she started talking, and so we just didn't get along. Fast forward, Vera knows. I think
Vera wrote this bit.
Vera did. Vera doesn't. Vera knows work optimizing. I don't know what that means. Optimizing administrative processes for big. Vera has a very
optimizing.
She has a very intelligent job. I don't understand what that means.
She works optimizing.
Yeah, optimizing administrative processes for big companies.
Oh yeah, she's Karen.
She streamlines shit.
Yeah, basically.
She's very authoritative, strategic, and overconfident. Even her boyfriend would not take a business or financial decision without consulting her first, because he's convinced she's the holy grail of management. I get it. She's good at what she does and has a big salary and good connections, but she's just a bit much. One point here is that Vera is the only Vera is the only sibling who has no kids, and apparently her boyfriend got a vasectomy a few years ago. Good for him.
Because no one should be breeding with Vera.
No.
Thing is, when we all gather at our childhood home, all of my siblings bring along their kids. Kids are kids. They are loud and they like to play and they are sensitive too. Vera said it doesn't seem to understand this. She greets kids from a distance, never hugs them, and if one of them comes to her, she will keep them at arm's length.
Autism.
Will be polite and way too serious and somehow cold with them. Neither of my siblings nor me are like this. Or the way she will refuse to do uppies with the toddlers, or just refuse to play along with the older kids who want to make questions or just talk like kids do. Let alone will watch the kids for 15 minutes, would not ask more of her. Anyway, her behavior got worse at the last family gathering. She brought along her laptop because she had some work to do, and one of the kids dropped it, accidentally damaging the screen. She went totally ballistic and demanded my youngest sister, who is a single mum living on welfare at the moment, pay for the repair. After some reasoning, she dropped the subject, but then she proceeded to stay further away from the kids. Hence, I spoke to my siblings and concluded it was best if we didn't invite her over to the next gathering. That was that weekend. I knew she would see the photos on Instagram, but I hoped she would see how her attitude had isolated her from them and learned a lesson. Boy, was I wrong. She sent me a short, dead cold message asking why she wasn't invited. I told her the reason and told her we expected her to behave like a member of the family if she expected to be treated like family. She responded okay and proceeded to block us everywhere. Not only her boyfriend did too. Apparently, she blocked other members of our family who proceeded to send angry audios and messages to me and my siblings about it. Am I the arsehole? I just wanted to keep the kids on a friendly environment and expected her to be an adult. Tough one.
I get both sides of the story.
I do. That is a tough one. Clearly Vera has some social hang-ups, shall we say, to put it politely, as you kept repeating autism.
Don't worry, we all got it.
But I get it and I don't, because I haven't got kids, and I like to think I'm pretty good around kids.
I never behave like that.
I would know. I'm very much like, oh yeah, woo, woo. Like Mule's new kid, I'm like, blah, 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 boo, boo, boo.
Yeah.
Glasses in and out, maybe eyes go big, and they love it. But
fist bumps, play a little bit of Minecraft,
yeah,
all that.
I think if you're, if your whole family's got kids and you
need to accept it.
You need to accept
it ain't going to change.
But then again, it is a tough one. Would you like, if I broke a family member's laptop as a child by fucking around, I would kind of expect to get shouted at.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like, oh, kids will be kids.
No.
It would be like you wouldn't fuck around and find out kind of thing.
Any decent parent would step in at that point, wouldn't they? Like, if I brought my fucking tribe of hoodlums around here and they grabbed hold of something and broke it, kids would be kids, but I'd be like, sorry, mate, I'll sort that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't kick off, because I'd be like, well, it's not. The kid's just being a kid. They're just doing kid
They're not
shit.
doing it on purpose.
Of
They're just
course not.
It's what kids do, innit? They just don't fucking know.
It's an accident. I'm a great believer in accidents happen and
but
whatever.
I wouldn't expect anyone to be going, oh my fucking God, oh, you must pay for straight away I'd be like, I'll cover that. Like,
yeah, we'll sort it. Like,
yeah.
No
I think it definitely, I don't really know where to land on this. I think it's absolutely 6 for 1, half dozen of the other. She shouldn't have kicked off like she did, because kids are kids. You could have just had a quiet word with the fucking family.
Oh yeah, if you spoke to the parents and they were like, oh well, kids will be kids, then I'd understand her kicking off.
Yeah,
she'd be like, well, fuck off, hang on, mate. Like,
broke the laptop, like, can you just, it's probably a works laptop or whatever, and in reality, by the sounds of things, she makes enough money not to fucking worry about it.
But if you've got young kids coming around, put it away.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you can swing this left and right the whole fucking time, innit?
You're a
like,
family event.
That's
Why
true,
have you got
yeah.
a work laptop out?
I don't leave nothing nice out, because it will get fucking destroyed.
That's true. Yeah, if you got family with kids, you should know the score. Not like you have to have kid-proof the house, but you need to understand, like, let's move the expensive shit, because kids will be kids.
Of course we will.
I think her initial thing was an overreaction, but I think it was an even more overreaction from him and the rest of the family to not invite
her. Yeah.
No, I think I think
you're literally singling out someone.
I think overall, I think your man
should have spoke to her really and said
your man who's posting is the asshole really, and so is the family for not just like addressing it properly.
Yeah,
if you don't just
two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah,
after the event, just give her a shout.
Yeah, just like, hey, look, I know you're not overly fond of kids. I know you have work to do. But I'm sorry,
she might have had time to reflect on that and then ponder and go, oh, actually, on reflection, I actually did a fucking wrong. I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? And then probably come out of a, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know, do you? But
yeah, tough one. I'd say
don't block them out until you've sorted it out.
She's wrong initially, but they're even more so wrong for reacting. Yeah. It's just like it's tit for tat. Someone's got to step down at some point and go, all right. Okay, right, I'm sorry about that. You shouldn't have reacted the way you did. Can we just put this to bed instead of just being like, oh, we just won't invite her to any family shit anymore? That doesn't go well.
No.
Right, next one. Am I the asshole for outing my brother at his wedding?
Hold tight.
Sit the fuck down.
24-year-old female, and my brother, 28-year-old male, have a mutual friend who's a 25-year-old male. We'll call him Jay. He has been my friend since middle school, and we all started hanging out in junior year of high school. Jay is a gay man. He had a crush on my brother.
They've been hanging at each other
ever since they first met. My brother, on the other hand, was very vocal about being straight. 5 years ago, he met his now ex-fiancée, 27, who we'll call May. May is a sweet and stunning lady, and I don't know how my brother bagged her, but I suppose miracles happen. Their wedding, in inverted commas, was 4 days ago, and I still feel a little bad. A day before the wedding, me and Jay were hanging out and doing outfit prep. During this, he went to the bathroom, and while he was in the bathroom, he got a text from he got a text from my brother. I was curious, so I checked it out. And that's how I found out.
Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo! For the past 2 years, my brother has been having an affair with Jay. He proposed to his girlfriend a year ago. It was late and I didn't know what to do. So I decided in the morning before the wedding, I would confront my brother. When I confronted him, He told me that he wasn't going to break off his affair because he wasn't going to break off his affair because he was straight, so it wasn't cheating.
Ooh.
How the fuck can you say you're
planet
straight,
do these
but he's
people live on?
copping off with some fella?
Yep. Where am I? I should also mention that he told Jay that he got permission from May to have their sex sessions. This wasn't this.
This is some Game of Thrones shit. This right here, isn't it?
This was a lie. My brother used Jay's bad luck in finding partners and the fact that he is crushing it. He is crushing on him for his own pleasure, and I couldn't stand for it. I was in shock. I wasn't sure what to do, but when we were asked if there wasn't any objections, I spoke up.
Oh.
I said this couldn't happen because my brother has been having an affair with Jay and that he lied to Jay about what it was. He even told Jay not to tell anyone because he wasn't out yet, when in truth, he was just toying with him. After May and Jay both heard the truth, they were distraught. May threw her a ring and ran out the wedding. Jay started bawling. Now I'm getting flooded with texts, some saying I'm an arsehole, some saying it wasn't the right time. Some saying I did the right thing. That's not what I care about, though. Jay is currently locked up in his apartment and won't talk to anyone, except the occasional thank you text, and other texts asking for me to bring him food. My brother is furious. The one positive thing is that May thanked me, and we have plans to go to brunch on Saturday. So Reddit, what do you think? I know I could have done some things better, but I was overwhelmed and confused. Am I the asshole? Edit. I should clarify that I didn't say it was Jay that my brother was having an affair with, and the reason that I didn't tell May before was because I couldn't reach her at the time. I have no good reason I couldn't have spoken to Jay privately. I was just confused and taken aback. No excuses to be had. Edit. To clarify, my brother is still saying he's straight and using that as an excuse. He knows it was wrong, or he wouldn't have lied to Jay. We are surrounded by supportive people, and I myself am an ally, which is like the gay community, that means. If he wants to come out, he can, but I wouldn't force him to. Am I the asshole? Wow.
Fuck the brother, first of all.
Yeah, man, that guy's a dick. That guy is a piece of shit. Like, be gay, do whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know, whatever you want to do, ain't me none. But the fact that the sister knew, and she was like, I think she's
deep down. She definitely didn't like him.
No, and also
that is like the biggest call out.
Yeah, I imagine if anyone has any reason why these two cannot be wed, please speak.
He
now.
loves dick.
He been fucking him for 2 years. He been taking it all diddy style.
Lotion. Oh, he only got 500 bottles of baby lotion.
I've been offered $50 million 4 times to protect the virgin hole I've been telling you about. Just P. Diddy been wanting to party, and you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. Jay been wanting to party. I think she's done May a solid. Like, yeah,
absolutely.
Done the fiance a big solid there.
Yeah,
and it's not pretty and it's not nice. And there probably were 100 better ways to sort that.
But it's again, fuck around and find out.
But the fact that she knew for 2, well, she didn't. She didn't know for 2 years. She found out a day or so before the wedding.
2 days.
That they've been fucking and sucking. Yeah, just.
And the fact he still wanted to carry on doing it.
Yeah,
after
it's like, I'm straight,
well.
so it doesn't count. I'm like, no,
that's not how it works,
if you
man.
sucking dick, you clearly not straight.
That's like a murderer say, "Well, I'm a nice guy, but I'm going to carry on killing people." Doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think she is the asshole. I mean, maybe she could have done it a little bit better, but then if somebody's going to cheat on somebody, call them out in front of everyone.
If she's known it for 2 years, why don't she fucking do it back
no,
then?
She didn't know for 2 years. She found out at the wedding dress fitting thing a couple of days before, some sort of the outfit fitting with her brother.
Well, she could have done it as well then, couldn't she? Unless she was still trying to gather information.
Well, she did. She did confront him, about it, but he didn't really have much.
No.
So he said, so I can, so
Just
it
had to
says,
tell him no.
So I decided to, the morning before the wedding, I would confront my brother. When I confronted him, he told me that he wasn't going to break off his affair because he was straight, so it wasn't cheating. So she confronted him.
The bloke's delusional.
Yeah, that's.
She did say she tried to reach the fiance and couldn't. But that surely there must have been a time
There's always a
before
way.
the wedding.
Yeah,
there would have been
if
a time.
Like,
the thing is, if he's done that at the
you-
dress fitting, fuck him.
Like, yeah. To be fair, I mean, she could have moved heaven and earth to go and find the fiance and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
look, you can't do this. But I suppose if you've not done that and you've tried every other thing,
It's that the fact that he lied about the fact that she said it was okay as well. Like,
and also in front of everyone, you could have even let the wedding ceremony go through, and then you can get it annulled, can't you? As in, like, you know, it's not
Yeah,
a
but that's
divorce.
more paperwork.
Yeah, but it's not a divorce, so is it? It's saving a lot of people's emotions and feelings, and I think it's a brutal. Well, she's done the right thing, but it's just the way she did it was fucking brutal. But I think,
But on the other hand,
I don't give a fuck about him. Like, fuck him. It's more for her. Imagine the embarrassment she felt, but the fact that she's kind of like, be like, yeah, we're going out for brunch on Sunday, so she must be cool with her.
Well, it's one of the
It's
did
super
nothing,
tough,
yeah,
super
yeah.
tough situation to be.
She did
Imagine
nothing
being
wrong.
the only person that knows outside of. Also, fuck this guy Jay as well, the bloke that the brother's been fucking. Fuck that guy.
What? Yes and no. So if he's been told that she knows, and it's okay.
Yeah, sorry, he did. Yes,
So
you're right.
what-
Sorry, I missed that.
Just
So much information.
yeah, but at what point in the 2 years did he not fucking come across her and go, "Oh, thanks for being all right with this"?
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe it's just so awkward that you're just like, well, I'll take what I can get. I don't know.
lot of dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall, she's not. It's not, I wouldn't say it's close. There were a million better ways to do it, I think. I mean, we don't know the full story, but I think overall.
It's a fantastic end.
Yeah. Right. Next one. Am I the arsehole for making my mother-in-law either get a hotel or drive home instead of staying with us? Oh. We live 2 hours from the in-laws, but they don't come and see us, and but they still come and see us and the grandkids a lot, to the point that I have asked husband to help me establish a boundary of no more unexpected drop-ins, especially unexpected sleepovers, especially on school nights. I believe this is fair, as does my husband, obviously, or he wouldn't have my back on this. There have already been a couple of times where we have had to put our foot down on this, but there are still versions of unexpected drop-ins. For example, the day after asking the kids' sports schedule, they were just there without notice, and yes, of course, expecting to come right over after, which was awkward as we hadn't planned to accommodate anyone for dinner. She texted at 1 p.m. saying she was coming into town for one of the kids' games and asked if she could stay the night. I didn't see this until 3 p.m. Even so, 1 p.m. seems quite last minute to me and did give me anxiety. Oh, fucking hell. My husband told her. My husband told her staying over would not be a good idea, as our youngest daughter has been hard to put down recently, not a lie, and she kind of blew up on us. She hit us with the, wow, okay, after all I've done for you, I'm astonished. She also used her issues of driving at night to show how selfish and mean we were being. I said it's not fair to guilt trip me when she knew my boundaries and anxieties before leaving, and it was her plan to have it wasn't her to have a plan in consideration for us. She is now saying we are not welcoming. I think some people might think I am being the asshole, but while it may give me temporary anxiety, being accommodating to loved ones is important, and we should be able to set aside personal discomforts for them sometimes. Now, on the other hand, this was not an emergency. This was a championship game. She had made almost every other game, and if she wasn't sure she could afford a hotel or drive home that night, it was wrong to assume she could stay over. And we've been very clear on how I feel about that. Am I the asshole for making my mother-in-law either stay in a hotel or drive home after coming into town to see the kids' game? Mother-in-laws be mother-in-laws, man.
Yeah.
They do be like that.
Yeah.
And
And they want to be involved in every
They do.
aspect, and I get that.
I think tough one. I think
I
her
don't
not
think-
giving notice is cunty. This is your.
Yeah, you got to at least let someone know you're coming round.
We
do you
all
know what I mean?
know mother-in-laws, mother-in-laws, whatever, don't have a sort of stereotype of not respecting boundaries and just dropping it in.
They just want to.
Mine, God bless them, fucking amazing. Like they come round and clean, and that's it. And they're not really in.
I mean, if they're kind of local and they're like swinging in over a lunchtime, oh look, we've unannounced, but we bought some bits with us. Here we go. There's enough food for everyone now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like it saves that embarrassment as well, doesn't it? Because there's nothing worse if someone comes round unnoticed.
I ain't got
and
enough food for all
shit.
of you cunts.
half the time,
Fucking
I don't
hell.
have fucking milk in the fridge half the time.
Yeah,
You can have beer or water.
I got Budweiser or tap. Again,
Sometimes you've got to be cool to be kind, didn't you?
I think she's, by the sounds of things, she's laid down the law in the past and tried to set boundaries, and
It's gone in one ear or the other, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there just comes a point where you have to draw a line. Say, look, if you want to give me enough notice, that's fine. I mean, well, even then, she's like, I can't, like, don't want people staying around on school nights. Can't get the fucking kid, one of the like,
It's not
young
even that.
kids.
Imagine like the
I
one
don't
night.
think I can comment properly because I haven't been in the situation.
And I don't have kids. No, it depends.
So
I've not. I mean, obviously having the kids, yeah, but I've not had people just unannounced turned up and spend the night or be there for that time. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh fuck, okay, we'll whip down the shops, we'll go and grab some extra food, we'll do this, we'll do that. But sod's law, it's going to be that one night when the kids finally go down to sleep early
just think,
and they sleep through, and you think, we're shagging tonight. No, we're not. The fucking in-laws are next door. Bollocks. It just ruins your plans, doesn't it?
the thing that they said is that
give us a
like,
bit of pre-warning.
At that point.
the thing that live 2 hours away, it's not even. It doesn't sound like they've constantly using them for childcare. Because if that was the case, you'd be like, well, if you use them for childcare, you've got to kind of expect that they're going to stay around sometimes.
Absolutely.
It is tough.
But it just goes back to that whole story about like matey boy just inviting herself to the fucking holiday. Like, not
just
thinking about other people may see or think of
boundaries.
it. Just be a bit respectful.
Yeah. No, I agree
Do you mind
with
if
you.
you come round tonight? I know it's last minute, but if you come round, we want to pop up.
Yeah, asking the question, not
well,
saying we are coming down.
we weren't planning for
And
it,
then
but we
get
can
all
we,
fucking shitty when they say no. If they say, like, no, I'm really sorry, we'd love to, but, blah, blah,
Exactly,
blah.
yeah.
And don't be like, oh, wow, fucking hell, okay. Like, no.
It's just poor communication at the end of the day.
I think,
Yeah.
I think mother-in-law's the asshole on that one. Just. What do you think?
Yeah, like, because don't get me wrong, she wants to do the right thing, but she's not consulting.
Yeah,
like,
just not,
at the end of the
not
day,
going about it the right way.
like, they're her kids, but they've grown up now. They've got their own family. They've got their own things going on. Like, just be a bit fucking grown up about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Next one. Am I the asshole for making a joke about my wife's intelligence?
Probably not.
My wife has an extremely big heart and cares for everyone around her. She tends to see the absolute best in people, which leads to people taking advantage of her. She's been robbed because of her optimistic outlook on life. My wife is a timid type, never the confrontational type, and is not the sharpest tool in the shed. I have a very good friend of whom I'm referring to as Stan for anonymity purposes. Stan and I have been friends for a long time, and he's an extremely intelligent man with a PhD and a professor at an esteemed university. When restrictions eased, Stan came up to visit me. My wife was very interested in Stan's line of work. When I introduced Stan to my wife, she began to ask him questions related to his career. He answered them politely, but it felt more like an impromptu interview than two friends catching up when my wife was around. I told my wife that her fascination with Stan's career could possibly be making him feel very uncomfortable, and she apologized and promised not to ask questions and only speak when spoken to. Jesus Christ. I invited Stan and his wife to a friendly dinner, and Stan's wife complimented my wife on her multilingualism, and my wife could not stop gushing about it when they left. She was very insecure in the presence of very intelligent people, and getting a compliment from such an extremely intelligent person, especially a linguist, must have boosted her self-confidence. I politely asked them to stop talking about asked her to stop talking about my friends, but she started rambling about how somebody saying you sound like a native is a very meaningful compliment to her, considering a bunch of factors. I assume she's not native to America, I'm guessing this is. I made a harmless joke about why she's so surprised about somebody complimenting her intelligence is because she's not that intelligent. Instead of laughing along, she got offended, and I tried to explain myself by saying that no normal person would keep talking about one compliment that a stranger gave them, and that I knew that she was obviously insecure about being in the presence of intelligent people, and the compliment is acting as compensation. She's very upset with me, and I've tried to have an adult conversation with her, and she's not listening to me. So, am I the asshole?
Yes, you are. You sound like a fucking narcissistic cunt.
What the fuck? I'm sort of speechless. Speak when spoken to. She's your wife, not
the fucking 1900s.
She's not a fucking help, mate. Jesus. My friend Stan, who was incredibly intelligent as a professor.
He's got a PhD.
Stop sucking his dick, mate.
Yeah, PhD dickhead.
That's your wife. That's your wife. You gotta back her in front of everyone. You gotta back her. Behind closed doors, yeah, whatever. You can have your conversations, but like, fucking hell.
That is like stereotypical narcissism at its finest.
He sounds like a passport bro, if you ask me. He's one of these dudes that's gone off to a fucking other country to get a wife. Imported her back. He's like, oh, you and your small South American brain. You're so lucky to be here amongst me and my very, very clever friends. You just smile and tits and, make the dinner. What a fucking...
that cunt.
What a prick.
Yes, you are the asshole.
Completely. He has put an edit. Yeah, I get it. I am the asshole. I'll apologize and try to fix it. I hope you don't. I hope you don't fix it.
I hope she leaves you.
I hope your fucking Colombian wife with her big titties and fat ass and beautiful caramel skin goes off and finds someone who's fucking deserving of her, you
absolutely
piece of shit. Yeah, fuck that guy. Right, have we got time for a couple more?
I reckon we have.
Am I the arsehole for punishing my son after he had said something racist? Oh, this is going to be a good one, boys.
What did he say?
About a week ago, my 39-year-old female family, I guess that means wife, ordered Chinese food for delivery. When the delivery driver came up to the door, my daughter, a 16-year-old girl, was taking the cat upstairs to put in her room because he always tries to eat the food. My son, 13-year-old male, loudly says, "Make sure you hide the cat from the Chinese guy." As I'm at the door, getting the food from the Chinese delivery driver, he very obviously heard and what my son said and was upset by it. I quickly apologized and took the food. I told my son that racist jokes were completely unacceptable and very wrong, and he refused to admit that he was in the wrong. So later that night, I forced my son to write a sincere apology to the delivery driver. His name was on the receipt, as well as write a 1-page paper on Chinese culture and a 1-page paper on why racism is perpetuated by racist jokes and stereotypes. Then, the next day, I took him to the restaurant and had him read his apology loud to the delivery driver, as well as give him the papers he wrote. The driver was very appreciative of the apology and thanked me for making my son do it. He then told my son about multiple instances where he had faced racist comments and the attacks from people while he'd been a delivery driver. That night, my husband and I got into an argument about me making my son do this. He told me that it was embarrassing for our son to have to do the apology and that the punishment did not fit the crime. I told him that it was much more embarrassing for the driver to have faced that kind of racism and racist stereotypes, and that our son would have to get over the embarrassment. I do not condone any type of kind of hateful thinking in my house, and the fact that my son said that embarrassed me as well. My husband told me that it was just a joke, and that it wasn't quite a big deal. I feel like I might have overreacted, but I think it's important to help my son understand how what he said was wrong and hurtful. Funny, Nick, regardless, the start of the story is funny. The rest of it's like, I made him do.
Right. As we've said, it's kind of something we preach. Stereotypes are earned, not given.
Yeah, I'd be like, look, son, racist jokes are cool, but man, you gotta know your Asians.
Your timing.
You gotta know
your timing needs to be good.
You gotta know your tree Asians from your tunnel Asians, okay? How this show continues, I will never know.
That's what I mean. You got to look at it in two ways, didn't you? Like,
He didn't mean anything by it.
No, that's what I mean. I don't promote malicious racism, as in like being a genuine piece of shit towards someone of another race, colour, creed, whatever. But fucking hell, you got to have a laugh, ain't you? I mean, I couldn't give a monkey's where you're from. You're all pieces of shit. We're all gonna have a laugh and a joke, and
I hate
that's what he's doing.
Everyone equally.
Exactly.
I'm speaking for the delivery driver here, which is completely like.
When have you delivered anything?
No, I'm sorry.
He delivered me to you the other day.
That's true.
And he was late.
I'm speaking for the delivery driver here, but I imagine right, working your job, and some fucking bleeding heart, self-hating white bitch turns up with their son, and she's like, I am so sorry. I have made him write all of this. And you're like, you can't at that point go, oh, no, don't fucking worry about it. Because at the same time, you are going to be like, yeah, no, I have faced some fucking racism in my time, and it has been shit. I'd imagine, I don't know, I'm speaking for him. In reality, he's probably been like, kid didn't mean nothing by it, did he?
No.
But at the same time, you know, when it comes to that, you'd be like, hey, look, young'un, you can't say that. All right, not to him. That's not okay. When the door's shut, that's different. You can say whatever you like. You'd be like, those fucking... Yes. Yeah, like...
I understand.
And
like,
also, your man's bringing you your food. Like...
don't fuck around with that.
Yeah, that's it. He's providing... it was kind of funny. But like, he's providing you a service. He's only doing a good thing, right? If an Asian woman T-bones you at a roundabout, you can go, fucking Asian drivers. Like, that's fine. That's okay in my book.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody else. Yeah, that's okay. But, you know, if your man's doing something for you, like, imagine if you got a load of Mexicans, you're in America, you got a load of Mexicans running fucking tarmac on your drive. You're not going to be like, hey, stop leaning up against that cactus. That's not okay. If they are leaning up against a cactus, then you can say it.
They're not going to lean up against...
I know, I am perpetuating one of the most basic stereotypes there are, obviously. I didn't mean that, but yeah, I
don't think the kid meant anything malicious by it.
Exactly.
I think it's a complete overreaction from mother, but I kind of get where she's coming from. It's like, I need to stamp this out right now.
He will now know not to do that again.
I love the husband. Just like, I didn't do nothing wrong with it. My phone. Oh, fucking hell, you're kicking off again. Yeah. I don't think she's the arsehole.
No, absolutely not.
I think it was a bit of an overreaction. I think if you literally
took him down there the next day,
and just be like, you're going to apologize to that man for what you said. All right, that was not okay. He's been here 100 times delivering our food, and you heard something at school that you thought was funny, and you thought you'd play it off in front of me and your dad, and it's not gone down well. So you're going to fucking say sorry to this bloke and say that you never do it again. And if your man goes, appreciate it. I've had a load of shit in my life about being Chinese in this country, X, Y, and Z, and all I want to do is deliver food. Then maybe your boy's going to learn a bit about that. But I think I'm kind of side with the old man, and at some points, like, the punishment doesn't really fit the crime.
There was no need for.
I mean, she's trying to beat the living shit out of him for not, beat that out of him. I get that, but I think a simple like drive down there and say sorry.
Yeah, make him face to face apologize.
Even better, I'd be like, you know what, son, you're gonna work in the kitchen for a week for free. Then you gotta learn Mandarin, you little shit. I tell you what, if you want to get some Asian racism in yourself, you're going to sit in there in that kitchen and learn about what the Japanese did in Manchuria, all right? And learn about the rape of Nanking. Then you're going to hate a different kind of Asian for a different reason. That's fine.
Right, next one, Reg.
Get a couple of episodes of Doghouse in you. That'll sort you out.
Oh, they never answered for their war crimes in World War II, did they? Right, am I the arsehole for sleeping naked on top of the covers to teach my flatmate's girlfriend a lesson?
What?
When I read that title, I also went, what? Now read it. Please bear with. So I, a 21-year-old guy, live with my childhood best friend, 22, also a dude. And we have done for 2 years now. Up until last week, things have been perfect between us. However, he recently got a new girlfriend. And she honestly seems absolutely great, except for one thing. She seemingly has a complete aversion to knocking. She and I have quite a lot in common, and I actually like spending time with her. However, it bugs the hell out of me when she just barges into my room without knocking first. Now, she's never walked in on me doing anything untoward. I'm usually just chilling on my bed or studying at my desk. However, on the last 7 separate occasions, she's done it first thing in the morning to ask if I want a coffee. I sleep naked. Every time prior to the last one, I've been under the covers and she hasn't seen anything. I always point out that she could have, but she just giggles and say, but I didn't.
She keen.
Yeah.
When she stayed over last week, in order to make my point, I intentionally slept on top of my covers. Sure enough, she barges in at 7 a.m., begins to ask if I want a coffee and sees my you-know-what. She immediately backed out of the room and didn't speak to me for the rest of the day.
Hey, yo!
My mate later pulled me aside and said I was bang out of order. You know this is a British dude because it's mate and bang out of order already. Accused me of deliberately exposing myself and pointed out that I threatened to do it before. I literally just said, okay, but what if the covers had been off and you'd seen everything before? They're now framing this to others like I'm some sort of sick creep who intentionally got naked and lay in wait of her because that's how I get my rocks off. And I'm kind of seeing how it came off that way. Am I the arsehole for doing this?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
You're in your fucking bedroom. You do what you want.
I get she's trying to be nice, but all it is a knock.
Well, this is it. But the thing is, you'd say, listen, love, do yourself a favour. If you're going into his room, if it was a coffee, just bang on the door, for fuck's sake.
If he's got his old chap
Don't ask me in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
Just fuck off.
Also, your room. That's
your space.
That is your castle. I would say your Englishman Holmes' castle, but you're sharing. So your room is your castle. That's your space. No one should enter that without asking. And the fact that she just throws the door open, you should be able to do whatever you want. If I want to smear myself in shit and dance around doing the Russian jig, jacking my cock, and she opens the door and goes, oh, he's exposed. No, I'm doing what I want to do in my room. Fuck off. I think he is well within. I think to do it intentionally is not. Oh, I don't know.
The guy that lives with him knows that his mucker sleeps fucking with no clothes on because they've been living with each other for so long. But if you bring a bird into the house,
I would have put a fucking. The first time she did that,
I'd have put a bowl.
I think
the fact
I would have said to her as well, if that was my partner, and it's like me and Reg are living together, right? I bring a bird back. I know he sleeps with his dick out. He's always braining, right? He's always got his nuts hanging out.
With his shitty Calvins that got 14 holes in them.
If you want to go and ask him if it was a cup of coffee in the morning, you crack on. But be aware, he's going to have his ball bag hanging out. It always fucking happens, all right? So just knock on the door. If she ain't fucking knocking and just walking in, that then leads me to believe that she's fucking onto something. Because she knows what's potentially going to be there. She knows what she's going to be facing.
Yeah,
or potentially going to be
doing
facing.
It to create drama.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hang on a minute, we got to look a bit closer to home now. Maybe I'm looking at this different. I don't know. But I'd be like, look, I've already pre-warned you. Reg likes to get his cock and bollocks out. All right? You continually going without knocking on the door? Are you wanting to see this or what? Because you're not fucking trying to prevent it by knocking on and saying, excuse me, you decent? Can I come in? Or
just shout through the fucking door. Yeah. Just
coffee
knock
or
and
no
shout. You don't have to go in and
dickhead, do you want a brew? It's on the table. Or put some clothes on, I'll bring it to you.
Or just, yeah.
I'm not being funny, right? Let me paint it in a more relatable situation. all three of us and our respective partners are on holiday in a chalet, whatever.
Marlon
And
comes in with a pineapple.
Keith's up first
No,
because
no
it's
pineapples.
not a
No
hope.
fucking pineapples.
Keith's up first because not a hope of you being up before 12, and I like a lion as well. Would you ever imagine in any world where Keith just swings the door open to speak to you first thing in the morning? No. Not a chance.
I don't know. I think we're
No.
relatively.
Well, not with your missus there.
No.
Oh no, not with Beth there.
No,
If
not
I
a
was there on
fucking
my
step.
own,
Oh, no, I'll put it
you'd
this way.
go,
Oh, no,
get up, you
all right,
useless
no,
piece of shit.
All right, frame it a different way. Alice wouldn't come in and fucking
Absolutely
shove
not.
the door open, would
Absolutely
she?
not.
no.
And to be honest with you, mate, even if like it was no women there and it was just us on our own, I wouldn't just barge in your fucking room. I'd just put my head round the corner or I'd open
Yeah.
the door ajar, like, boys, you up? Like you, like it's. I don't know. It's,
I think the main thing is that to set standards from the moment you walk in. Like when I go on a lad's holiday, I myself, Snaker does the same. You are more than welcome to sleep in this double bed with me. I sleep naked. You are made aware of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I will wander around the apartment butt naked, and you will have to be okay with that. If you don't like it, then avert your eyes. Yeah, no, I think I do think the intentionally sleeping on top of the bed naked is a little weird. You probably could
I think he was just trying to prove something.
yeah, perhaps he's just fucking sick of her coming in all the time. Be like, look, you know, if you don't want to see it, there we go. You see it now. Fuck off.
I think there was
Or
probably-
it was I know you.
definitely-
You're coming in because
Hey, yo.
you're after something. Now look at the merchandise. Yeah, you
I
like
think
what
I
you
think
see?
to be honest, that's more
Yeah.
that's more so the nuclear option. That like if he was actually jacking it and like facing away from the door, hunched over a screen, then you could play it off as like, oh, you walked in on me. But the fact that he said, oh, I might be naked one day, and the fact that he's intentionally led on top of the
And
on top of
she's
the
still
cover-
going in.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Maybe she didn't think it was a serious threat, but
They're just playing silly buggers.
You put a door lock on it, wouldn't you?
yeah.
If she keeps
either
walking
that,
in-
or I'd just be like, hey, look, you know, I get up to some weird shit. All right, just fucking knock. Just knock, or just shout through the fucking door. Just
Mate,
text
I like
me.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, if you're sat there on your bed
Naked
with a snorkel
frogs.
on, wanking off to a ham sandwich, like, no, you don't want people walking
The
in.
whole
do you?
thing sounds from the start like it was always going to end in some sort of trouble to me.
Yeah. Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. Right, have we got? Do you want one more?
On for the road.
All right, more for the road.
Do you want one for the road? Right. What have we got here? Here we go. Okay, right, here we go. Am I the arsehole if I stop paying my daughter's tuition over a disgusting comment she made towards my new girlfriend?
Tell me more. Tell me more.
My wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met a new girlfriend who is 8 years younger than me around January. She was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell. Dark sense of humor that I love.
He definitely didn't listen to the podcast.
A terrific cook, an overall amazing woman who I could imagine spending the rest of my life with. She is also on the heavier side, a fact that will become relevant later. I have 2 children, a 25-year-old son and a 19-year-old daughter. They are very well aware that I have gotten a new girlfriend, and before I first introduced them to her this summer. She got along immediately with both, with the, hold on, let me just get this right. He's referenced them in letters instead of fucking, she got along with the son, but was very, but the daughter was very standoffish. After the initial meeting, I asked my daughter if there was something wrong and she denied it. My girlfriend made several more attempts to get to know my daughter, but they were rudely rejected. Both my son and daughter came home for Thanksgiving dinner. I asked my daughter to be polite during the meal since she's always been rude in her interactions with my partner, even though my partner has been nothing but gracious in return. My dinner was going well as well as it could for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed my daughter glaring at my girlfriend the entire time. When my partner then went to grab her third helping of mashed potatoes, my daughter said, Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig? My partner started sobbing immediately and ran out of the room. I felt my face turn red and I told my daughter to get out. About half an hour after my daughter left, I texted her stating I would no longer pay for her tuition unless 1, she apologized, and 2, my partner accepts the apology. My daughter must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down on her behavior. But during Thanksgiving dinner, I then logged into her university's tuition payment website and cancelled next semester's tuition and sent my daughter the screenshots. She called me crying and begging me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up. Yeah, fuck that fucking bitch.
Yeah. There's no need for that.
At 19 years old, you need to respect certain people.
You need to.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
And the fact
I understand it's hard that you're.
Yeah, it sucks. I've literally been in that situation. Like, literally.
But she's not there to replace your fucking mother.
No, my old man got a partner. She's good as gold. Like, and just accept it.
She's tried numerous times to get along with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're the problem.
I literally said.
It doesn't even sound like the girlfriend's trying to like muscle in and become the new mum or trying to be overbearing or nothing like that. She just wants to be happy and like everyone to enjoy
and get along with everyone. That's the thing.
Yeah. Fair play. Cancel the fucking lot, pack her bags,
yeah,
kick the cunt out, fucking grow up.
If you're, the entitlement.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? Like, don't get me wrong, it's always hard. I can imagine, like, you know, maybe for like my 2 oldest boys when their mum obviously moved on and found someone new, and then like for myself as well, like, you know, it's obviously difficult, isn't it? You know, don't sit, but there's never, no one's ever been overbearing, no one's been horrible, but to sit there and make fucking shitty comments about someone's fucking size, weight, and all the rest of it is bang out of order.
Awful.
There's like, who you choose to be with, if they make you happy, it doesn't matter what they look like, what size they come, or what colour they are, anything. Like, to sit there and make fucking derogatory comments about someone like that, fuck them. They're not worth...
No.
Literally, when
blood or not, fucking no chance.
When my old man got with his partner now of fucking God knows how many years, I was just like, as long as they're a decent person and my old man's happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And that's all it's ever been. Yeah. And I'm happy for him, and it's been fucking smooth sailing. And that I've been very fortunate in that respect of just like, it's good. That's all that matters. And the fact that you can, if there's somebody that this fucking chap and has got this woman that has finally made him happy and seems like a really good
made
person.
Made him smile, made him laugh.
And just because it's not mum, that it's a problem. They can't expect their dad to live forever in loneliness just to preserve the memory of their mother, and also just, I don't want to change. I don't want anyone else to try and replace mum. It's not replacing mum. It's just for your old man to be happy.
Yeah, of course it is.
Fuck that. Yeah, he's well within his rights.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely. That. Yeah, and he even said, apologise, and as long as she accepts the apology, I will carry on paying for your tuition. And the fact that she like doubled down, and he was like, obviously said, fuck yourself.
See
or whatever.
you.
Okay, bye.
No, absolutely not. I wouldn't. No. You can't continue to pay for somebody who's going to behave like that. If that's the standard that they're going to set going forward, you'd be like, can you imagine the fucking wedge that would drive between you and your new partner? Of like, she called me this and said that to me over the dinner table, and you're going to continue to pay for her education.
You will do nothing about it.
Fuck that. Yeah, no, you're not the asshole. She is. Reddit seemed to think that everyone was the asshole in that situation, but Reddit.
I hope she failed.
But Reddit is a complete cesspit full of fucking bleeding heart liberals. So, yeah, that's what I think. Right, I think that'll about do. Good episode. I enjoyed that. Reddit is a gold mine. It turns out for fucking ethical quandaries, as it were. We should do more of this. I shall mine it more. All those days we were like, what are we going to do? Could have just gone on Reddit. Just sat here and gone pontificated about.
Well, I reckon.
Yeah, lots of reckoning. Right, awesome. I better do it. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it, Marlon. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I will cut the deck off if you start fucking around with it.
No, I'm not. I don't fucking around with nothing. I'm just going to.
You're joking. Not another one?
Yeah, I better do it. I'm going to plug it. I'll plug the PO box. Fuck it. We have a PO box. Please don't send us live ordnance. Please don't send us glitter bombs. Please don't send us human poo or any other fecal matter from any other living thing that
Talking shit, bruv.
Yeah. We have a PO box. It is Doghouse HQ PO box 5672 Shepton Mallet Bravo Alpha 4 9 Echo Foxtrot. So yeah, if you wish to send us maybe some beer or some Marlboros, that'd be nice. We can hope.
Lucky strike.
Yeah, maybe some Lucky Strikes.
I will take up smoking again.
Yeah, if you beer and cigarettes are always greatly appreciated, but whatever you want to send us, as long as it's not live ordnance or glitter bombs, you're more than welcome to send it to PO Box, and we will open it live on the show. And you'll get a shout out for being a fucking legend, or not, as it turns out. There was actually in the bottom of that glitter bomb, which I didn't realise, it was wrapped around the spring. It was there was a note from. Yes, at the bottom of it.
That's right. All the parcels that come through now, I'll put them through the X-ray scanner. We'll
if you send us a glitter bomb, you don't get a shout out, all right? Because you just make work for me and make me angry, as you may have gathered on previous episodes. I don't know.
You can win it back as a prize.
There are still dicks on the floor.
I've hoovered, mate. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have actually hoovered.
Well, yeah, because there's only some glitter left.
Yeah, it was glitter.
Even the dog walked in with glitter earlier.
Yeah, notoriously gets fucking everywhere. When I came up to bed that night and woke up the next morning and she looked on the floor, she's like, where the fuck have you been? I was like...
We had a sexy party.
Somebody...
To be fair, there's still a sleeve for a penis pump on the floor as well.
If it was that really, that really fine glitter, that really fine glitter that's like dust, if somebody had...
It's like that kiln dried sand stuff, and it gets everywhere.
We'd set fire to it and build it again.
Do you know what? I would have been like, right, burn it. My immediate
You can't get it out.
Yeah, no. Right, I think that'll do. Right.
Truck show video will be out in about 5 days from now. I'm nearly done with it. I'm just a little bit autistic.
I nearly fell off my chair. Awesome. Right. Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Appreciate it. Rate us 5 stars on your platform. You listen to us.
Reg is a cunt.
No, do. Appreciate it. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you love us a long time. That'll fucking do. I have been Reg.
I've been Marlon.
I've been Keith.
And we'll catch you on the next one. That's the end.
Aww.
Until next week. Yay!